I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Idaho, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Welcome to the Ryerson Family Backyard Games. There will be obstacles to face and challenges to overcome. Are you ready?
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Former regional champ and back end training.
That's commitment.
Ow.
Oh, tough start. This is not as easy as it used to be, folks.
And she's off, obviously pushing through some pain.
Every muscle is begging her to stop. How's she doing this?
I'm not even sure she knows.
Look at her go. And stop.
Come on.
And go again.
It's literally the home stretch. Whoa.
She made it. Feel the elation.
What fuels that kind of fire?
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Look at that. The unmistakable swagger of someone fully covered with health insurance through Your Health Idaho for as low as $0 a month. If you're as speechless as I am right now, say nothing. Health yeah! Enroll by December 15th and you could qualify for quality health insurance starting at $0 a month.
There's a change in the air in eastern Idaho, and right now we're celebrating the grand opening of the new Liberty GMC in Rexburg with an outstanding inventory of new and used GMCs. You'll celebrate too with discounts up to $3,500 on an awesome selection of new and used GMC vehicles. See dealer for details. Plus, you'll enjoy Liberty at the pump because we're giving away $500 gas cards with every new vehicle sold. And due to popular demand, we're offering the famous Warranty Forever on every qualified new and used vehicle we sell. Some exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Warranty Forever means a lifetime warranty on engine, transmission, and drive axle components as long as you own the vehicle. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, or really young. or really old. Here in Idaho, we love our Liberty. Come and see us today at the new Liberty GMC in Rexburg with warranty forever. Remember, GMC exit 333. Liberty GMC in Rexburg, formerly John Adams GMC.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Middleton High School for today's 2022 3A State Championship game here on IdahoSports.com. This production of the Idaho High School Football State Playoffs is presented by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, the Idaho Transportation Department, also brought to you in part by Valleywide Cooperative and your local Toyota dealers. Power Boost is on board with us tonight. Consist of Evade Pest Management, Upper Valley Orthopedics, Pocock Trucking, Grand Peaks Affordable Quality Healthcare, ProPete Fertilizers, Sunglow of Idaho, Crapo Trucking, and Flam Funeral Home. Alongside my broadcast partner, Lance Taylor, my name is Lucas Gebhardt. Lance, there are no two teams in the 3A classification that are more familiar with each other than these two teams. Sugar-Salem, it's their 5th straight year here in the state championship game. Fell short against Weiser last year, but prior to that, have won 3 consecutive state championships, and all of them came against Homedale.
Yeah, they did. These are two programs that, quite frankly, most years are expected to be here. And when they're not here, it's almost kind of like, wait a minute, what happened? Last year, they ended up meeting in the semifinals. And that game played out in Homedale. Sugar also won that game as well. But then Weiser came and knocked off Sugar in double overtime on what I say the 1-inch line. On a great defensive stop by Sugar. Carson Harris, of course, being the one that got stopped in that play, would love to avenge that this year as a junior in this game.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You know, Sugar enters this game with a perfect 10-0 record. There is no team throughout this run, from just talking with people around Sugar City in that Sugar-Salem area, this team is razor-focused. On the other end, boy, would Homedale love to finally get their first state championship since 1997, to finally beat the Diggers.
Yeah.
They just can't get over that hump.
Well, that's the 800-pound elephant in the stadium today, is that. But I think coming out, ultimately, I don't think any Homedale player looks and says, man, karma or whatever the history is, that doesn't matter. All that is really is in a stat book. There's not a Homedale player that thinks they're coming into this game and not going to win it. And on the other side of the field, same thing. Sugar-Salem, there's not a Digger player that thinks they're coming into this game not going to win it.
Yeah, we looked at the stats coming into this one. You talked a bit about it in our Facebook Live that we had done prior to this game on Wednesday night, previewing all the state championship games. You look up and down these two rosters on the stat sheet, look at position, look at team stats, dead even. 50-50, pick a stat, they're both right there.
Yeah, that's right. If they were making a line on this in Vegas, now I'm not advocating betting, I don't bet anything like that, but if they were making a betting line on this of who was going to be favored and who was not, this would be a pick'em game. This isn't one you'd really even be able to create a spread on statistically, because that's how statistically even these two teams are.
Yeah, both teams lined up on the field. We are ready to go. We've done the national anthem. We've done the coin toss. All that's left to do is play this 3A state championship game. Homedale will be kicking off to begin things, kicking from left to right as we see it. Homedale, the all-red uniforms today. Red pants, red jerseys, white numbers, red helmets. Sugar, the exact same, just white. White pants, white helmets, white jerseys, blue numbers.
Is there any better rivalry colors than blue against red?
Right.
That's
it's long kick on the way. It's going to be brought back by Tate Cutler, who came all the way from the near side. He may have lost the ball. They loose at the 19. Homedale says they have it. No signal from the officials. It's Trojan ball.
Yep, Tate Cutler came out, and he actually didn't lose the ball from getting tackled. He lost the ball by hitting his own lineman.
Yeah.
His own lineman, his own blocker backed into him when he tried to make that cut, and it was his lineman that that knocked it out.
So here we go. Buckle up for this 3A state championship game. 5th year in a row, these two teams have met in the semifinals or later. Sugar 5-0 so far in those games. Trying to go for 6-0 today, but a turnover there on the kickoff, setting Homedale up in the red zone at the Sugar 20. And Lance, you talked about the colors for these two teams. It's kind of been representing the colors of the trophies that these teams have won over the last few years. The championship trophy, championship blue, it's gone to Sugar. Runner-up red to Homedale. Homedale trying to change that. 1st and 10 here from the Sugar 20. Shotgun set for Jackson Dines. Fisher to his left. Dines to throw on the pass. It got deflected, and Fisher still caught it. It got deflected at the line of scrimmage. Fisher caught it, but it's going to be a loss on the play. Ammon Lee on the stop.
Yeah, I think if Fisher could redo that, he would have just let that pass go ahead and just hit the ground rather than catching that and getting the loss on the play. But that's one of those, it's bang, bang. It happens so quick you don't think about it. Tipped at the line of scrimmage and ends up in his hands, ends up losing some yardage on the play. Now, you talk about Ammon Lee. Ammon Lee, of course, his brother was a defensive end for Utah State, graduated a couple years ago, great player in high school as well. He is up in that position today at the defensive end, taking the place of Caden Summers, who is out, got the injury right before halftime in last week's semifinal game.
Pistol set, 2nd and 12. A minute gone in this one. Homedale to the ground. Fisher up the middle, not going anywhere. Met by a wall of diggers, 10 of them were in on that stop. The only other digger that wasn't in on the stop was Holman, who was covering the receiver on the outside.
Yeah, that's right. And Cash Harris, potentially the smallest of that group, came up from his position, was the first one in there on the tackle. One thing about Sugar is they are traditionally a difficult team to run against. You got Dan Benyon, their defensive coordinator, comes from as a coordinator from the college ranks. In there, he had been a college coach for years. His wife took the head of the nursing program job at BYU Idaho, and he said, you know what, she has followed me around my whole career, and he came up from Southern Utah University and is fantastic.
3rd down and 12 from the 22. Dines to throw. Stepping up in the pocket. Dines running out of time. Escapes a sack. Can't escape a second. Dines goes down at the 24. 4th down coming up for the Trojans.
Well, what happened that time was simply the ability of big number 57, Court Summers, to get into the backfield for Sugar-Salem early. Once he got him wrapped, Dines was able to escape that, actually. It was a good scramble by Dines, but was unable to then escape the additional guys who had time to come in by then.
It'll be a 4th and 14 as we played about 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Homedale going to go for it, and why not with the ball already on the 23.
I think one of the things you've got with Dines is you do have that scramble ability that he has in the backfield. If Dines does see that coming and has that time to get out, and that's the key, is having the time, he actually has good lateral movement and can move in the pocket.
Empty set on 4th down. Dines rolling near side, throws on the run. Pass dropped by Strong. He initially had it and then dropped it. It would have been close, right near the 1st down marker, but Mason Strong can't come up with it, and the Sugar defense holds.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate for Strong because it was a catchable pass. It was a little low, but it was at the marker, catchable pass, and Luke Aldridge had been beat on that play. Luke was a little late coming over to that play, and so unfortunate for Homedale that they were unable to complete that because that would have been a 1st and goal.
So the Sugar offense.
Or right near a 1st and goal.
Yeah. And so the Sugar offense coming out on the field. They'll mark this on the far hash. The Digger drive will begin from their own 23. Almost as if they had just not fumbled the kickoff. They have this ball in the exact same spot to the ground on 1st down. And not much, just a couple yards on the ground on that 1st down attempt for the Diggers, led by the senior quarterback, Daniel Neal.
Well, that's what's interesting is we're in our 2nd possession between the two teams. That's the first play for positive yards that we've had in this ball game.
Yep, you're right about that. Both these teams, obviously good defenses entering today. Homedale giving up just over 8 a game. Sugar giving up just over 12 a game. Empty set for Neal. Trips right. Twins left for Neal. Now looking to the sideline. 2nd down and 8 from the Sugar 26. One high safety here for Homedale. It's going to be a quarterback keeper straight up the draw. Neal's got some room, throws a stiff arm, a 1st down and a lot more. Across midfield and pushed out across the 35, all the way down to the 32.
Was finally knocked out of bounds. It looked like it was Jeffrey Lane that knocked him out of bounds, the linebacker that chased him down. The numbers are a little bit difficult to read today on the Homedale jerseys. They're kind of thin numbers. That's one of those things right there that Daniel Neal gives you. He's not a side-to-side runner, but he's about the same size as most middle linebackers here at the high school level. So if he gets past that initial line, he ended up breaking a tackle because now he's running against someone who's probably 20 to 30 pounds lighter than he is and able to do that straight ahead.
So 1st and 10 for the Diggers, now operating in Homedale territory from the 34. Neal in the shotgun. They go to the ground, left side, trying to snake his way through the defense. For Sugar ball carrier, it's a pickup of about 2.
Yeah, Carson Harris is oftentimes that first down running back where they say, listen, Carson's going to consistently, for the most part, get us from 2, 4, 6 yards, and it gives those manageable second downs, manageable third downs, and he's more of that straight-ahead runner, and then you'll see kind of what happens when they give it to other runners. I think if you're Homedale and you want to defend that, for the most part, you're going to have to bring your outside linebackers in about another 2 yards.
Shotgun set now. It's 2nd and 7. Harris standing to Neal's right. He now shifts to his left. 2-by-2 set for Neal in the shotgun. Quarterback keeper. Power run. Neal again through the first wave of defenders and brought down. And it's a pickup of about 4. Leaves maybe 3 for third down.
I think any of the keys, for teams, especially when you're on the move, and especially what constitutes 4-down territory in high school football, where you don't have a guy that can really kick a field goal for that range, or it's not worth it punting. So you get a lot of those 4th-down territories, is to really put yourself in a position that through the first 2 downs, you make it reasonable to be able to do to have 2-down territory in 3rd and 4th and have it manageable.
This will be a 3rd and 2 from the Homedale 27. Split back formation now for Neal as they go to Harris left side. Harris wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. I think he's short.
He is. He's going to be short about a yard. He might take offense that you said I think he's short because he is only about 5'3", 5'4".
Yeah, not a tall running back for sure. I'm 5'9" with my shoes on. So
I joke him. He's actually about 5'7". So he is actually one of my son's best friends. But he is not the tallest player to ever be on the field. But that low center of gravity has served him very well in football because he's hard to get down and take it a shoulder tackle. That's a really difficult task because that's like adding every inch shorter. That's like adding 10, 15 pounds of weight.
Yeah. 4th and 1. Sugar is going to go for it. This is a power straight ahead out of the split back formation for Neal. And that big body of Neal's dives forward, has the first down.
Group of Homedale Trojans in there on that tackle. One who got in there early was Rylan Binford, and you know what? Binford is one of those players that can make a difference because he's quick at his position, and if runners get through the initial line, he can be that first tackler that comes in after that.
So fresh set of downs now for the Diggers. Split back formation. It's Harris and Josiah Bosco, the 2 running backs. They're going to try this one on an end around. They give this one to Cutler. Cutler can't find the edge on the far side, just to pick up maybe half a yard.
Yeah, if even that. Looks like they're going to leave the marker about where it was, bringing up a 2nd and 10. And for Cutler, each runner's a little bit different. They also have runners in that can hit the edge. Cutler tends to go out that 2 gap, sometimes a 3 gap where he runs. Now remember, he had that fumble to start the ball game on the opening kickoff. So he's got to. You want to give a kid the ball like that after that's happened. Let him get that confidence back.
2nd down and 10. Empty set now for Neal. Trips left, twins right. Neal's going to throw. Has time. Throws this one near side. Pass is caught at the 5. Touchdown, Sugar.
Cash Harris on the reception for that. Last week, Cash Harris had his first rushing touchdown of the season to go along with a handful of reception touchdowns. Was the IdahoSports.com player of the game. Such a coveted award by most of these players in their win over Fruitland that they played at Madison High School.
So the touchdown, the 28-yard connection to Harris, puts Sugar up 6-0, 5:26 remaining in the first quarter. On is Mason Kinghorn for the extra point. Snap good, hold good, kick on its way is good as well. So Sugar striking first here today from Middleton, 7-0.
ProPete Fertilizer is an enviro-friendly product that reduces leaching. ProPete can help replace organic matter back into the soil. ProPete nutrients release when plants need them. Carbon 90 Plus binds nutrients to the natural carbon of peat moss, encouraging steady plant growth for healthier turf with less mowing and thatch. ProPete is a great product for turf and ornamental applications. Uses range from lawns and gardens to shrubs and trees. ProPete wants to wish the Diggers good luck in the state tournament. Dallas Hill with Silver Creek Realty Group in Eastern Idaho is Eastern Idaho's best choice for all of your real estate needs. Dallas Hill has the experience and expertise to give you the upper hand through every phase of your transaction. He focuses on helping people reach their goals when it comes to buying, selling, or investing in real estate, and Dallas will work hard for you. Visit him online at DallasHillRealty.com to start reaching your goals today, or simply call Dallas directly at 208-710-9128. That's Dallas Hill with Silver Creek Realty Group where helping people is my passion. He says, go Diggers from Dallas Hill Realty. Just a side note, Mason Kinghorn in kicking that. Mason Kinghorn is actually a soccer player and just came off that state championship that Sugar won this year, their second year in a row with that, and he has been an extremely accurate kicker this year as well. And that's one place where, knowing how important the kicking game is, and that a lot of teams don't have a good kicking game. Yeah. It's one of the things that Tyler Richens has done is he's gone and always looked for soccer players in the program that he can bring over to kick in the football program.
Yeah, kicking this one for Sugar, not going to be Tanner Hawks. The senior has this one teed up right on the X at the 40-yard line, kicking from right to left. Sugar is 7-0 lead. This kick going towards the corner. Catching it on a drive is going to be Binford. Here he comes down the numbers. Binford finds a lane, still on his feet, going down the far sideline across the 40 to the 45 and brought down at midfield.
Great run back by Binford. We talked about his speed ability on defense, how he can get from his position over if a runner gets through the initial line. Well, we saw that speed work right there with the lateral cutback, heads up the far side of the field.
So this drive for Homedale beginning right at the 50-yard line. They spot it on the far hash mark. 4 and out last time for Homedale. They started that drive at the Sugar 20 off the fumble on the opening kickoff.
We got a mostly packed stadium. In fact, where the fans can sit is pretty packed. There's one section on the far side with Homedale that's not, but that's where the band is set up over there, so they probably reserved that whole section for the band. Other than that, we are packed.
Pistol set, 1st and 10 for Homedale. On the ground, Fisher through the first line defense all the way out to the 45. And picks up about 5.5 after that. Initially broke the first wave through that Sugar line, and the secondary had to bring him down.
Well, I think one of the keys that you have for Fisher tonight, Fisher's a pretty good-sized running back for high school. He's 6 foot, near the 200-pound mark, 195. One of the keys for Fisher is going to be getting through that initial defensive line. If you can get through that initial defensive line of Sugar at that size, you might be able to pick up several more yards by driving people back.
Yeah, Fisher, the bell cow for this Homedale offense. 32 carries a week ago, 201 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground. 2nd and 4 from the 44. Fisher to Dines' left. They go back to Fisher, right side. Between the hash marks, Fisher across the 40. It's enough for a first down.
Yeah, he's going to pick that up, and coming up, and again, getting past that initial line, does it through the outside, and it takes the safety, Ty Hurlinger, to come up and finally bring him down with an ankle tackle.
1st and 10 now for Homedale from the Sugar 39 as they sub some groups out. Fisher coming out. In comes Binford.
And after going 4 and out in their first possession, that's a confidence builder right there for Homedale. You get the good return, but then you have the opportunity and you take advantage of it, picking up a first down.
Tight trip set on 1st and 10. Swing pass out to Binford. Going across the numbers, racing to the sideline, a first down across the 30 and pushed out at the 24.
And awfully lucky. I just was ready to say awfully lucky not to get a late hit penalty, and it looks like the late hit penalty did finally come in. I'm not sure what individual that's on because it looked like there were 3 Diggers that hit him late out of bounds.
It was right on the far sideline. It is against Sugar, so March 15 more off. And Homedale once again in the red zone. The last drive started in the red zone. This ball now going to be placed at the 13.
Well, we talk about Binford, and he is every bit that speed that we've talked about. As he hit that edge, players did not have the angle on him as he was able to turn and head upfield. He had the first down even before the late hit penalty.
So 1st and 10 from the 13. Shotgun set, tight trips right here for Homedale. Play action, Dines rolling near side. Short pass complete, and the flat race to the end zone. Touchdown, Homedale. The short pass is completed to Sorensen, and Homedale is within a point.
Well, Keaton Sorensen, he got out to that edge, and now he's being chased by the outside linebacker, Ryan Bingham. Not the outside linebacker, the defensive end, Ryan Bingham, and Bingham was not going to be able to catch him in that foot race.
So our score 7-6 now. Score 7-6 now. Point after is up and good. And that ties things at 7.
Well, and just like that, Homedale proves they can put some points up on the board as well. There's no replacement for quality and experience, and that's what Vance Dairy Construction brings to every project it sets out on. Just like the Homedale Trojans, Vance Dairy Construction works hard to get it right the first time, and that's why they have the reputation that makes them the first call when the dairy industry is looking to build, remodel, or repair. Call the team at Vance Dairy Construction to schedule your winter maintenance and renovation projects now at 208-337-3191. Vance Dairy Construction, helping to build Idaho's dairy industry. All of us at Vance Dairy Construction want to wish the Homedale Trojans good luck this weekend. RST Incorporated has been providing superior transportation services to Idaho's food processing, agricultural, and construction industries since 1974. Boy, I was just a young man at that time. You weren't even born. Our fleet of 36 late model, fuel-efficient trucks and refrigerated trailers is currently serving the West, Midwest, and Southeast with timely, cost-effective transportation. Our specialized fleet of heavy-duty trucks, trailers, and experienced drivers is capable of moving structures and equipment of just about any size and weight. Owned and operated by 3 generations of Homedale graduates, RST Incorporated proudly supports Homedale athletics, and they say, go Trojans.
Noah Eckerson now getting set to kick this thing away from his own 40, just to the left of the X. 3:50 remaining in our opening frame, deadlocked at 7. Punch, counter punch for these two offenses. End over end kick is away. Sugar is going to receive this one at their own 14. Going up the far numbers, dropped at the 25 down to the 26. So that's where the Digger offense is going to begin. On the return that time, Cutler once again.
Well, we got a brand new ball game with 3:46 to go.
Yeah.
Game starts over. A kickoff, the way it started. you know, one of the things is field position and time of possession, as we always look at in games. And when you're the team that gets the ball to start the second half, which will be Homedale in this scenario, you're the one that also always wants the ball to end the first half as well, to try to get a two-score opportunity in a ball game. And that's a big opportunity, particularly since they got the turnover on the opening possession.
Right. So 1st and 10 from their own 26. Split back formation here for Neal in the offense. Receiver to each side. Neal play action. Dumping this one in the flat. Pass is caught on the run. Coming to the near side. Carson Harris pushed out near the first down marker. A pickup of 10.
Well, and the biggest hit of the play, actually, was on the Diggers' number 50, who's been moved up from the JV. So we don't have all the JV roster numbers, but that was the biggest play. He got hit out of bounds and took his feet right out from under it.
So fresh set of downs here for Sugar, now operating from their own 37. 3:39 to go, first quarter. Neal comes out again, split back formation, receiver to each side. A handoff, Harris up the middle, dropped at the 40, picks up 3 or 4.
Yeah, and again, it's that first down play that we talk about typically, where it's going to be Carson Harris with the carry. Last time, of course, was on a reception. This time, it's those 3-4 kind of chip yards, that give you those manageable plays on 3rd and 4th down.
Carson Harris last week, the semifinal win over Teton. Sugar put up 60 points in that one. Harris, 16 carries, $134, 2 touchdowns, also 3 catches for 110 yards. Had 1 catch that went for 65.
Really low pass that time. A lot of players might not have been able to get that where it was.
Back to the ground. This time they go to Ulrich. Ulrich is out to the big blue M at the 45-yard line that sits here at Middleton High School. And it's going to leave about a 3rd and 2 or so with under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Luke Aldrich is one of those players that kind of like Josiah Bosco is, or Joe as they call him, where you didn't really, looking at this season, really expect them to be carrying the ball much. And they've come up and they've ended up being a big part of that running game that Sugar has had.
3rd down and 2 for Sugar. Split back formation with the receiver to each side. Man in motion coming to the near side. They go Harris up the middle. Harris is dropped at the line of scrimmage. Tried to spin out of a tackle and was met by a couple Trojans. 4th down for Sugar.
It looked like the first in on that play, and I wasn't quite sure who that was, but it might have been Benjamin Vrell, number 68. It's hard to tell from the numbers exactly what number that is. But the only one with an 8 on the back of their jersey is Chase Cooper and Benjamin Vrell.
Sugar is going to go for it. 4th and 2 from their own 45. Ball between the hash marks. Neal up to the line of scrimmage, now looking towards the sideline. And we're going to get a timeout. Timeout taken by Sugar.
When Farm Bureau Insurance says it covers Idaho, it really means it covers Idaho. Farm Bureau Insurance has 48 offices throughout Idaho, including your local branch in Homedale. To take care of farm and ranch customers statewide, Farm Bureau handles auto, RV, home, ranch, life, and even business insurance. Stop in at 15 East Wyoming in Homedale or call 208-337-4041 for a free insurance quote today. Wayne Hungate and Dave Serragino at the Homedale Farm Bureau Insurance Branch are proud to support Homedale Athletics, and they say good luck to the Trojans. Grand Peaks, your community health center, is proud to support our local athletes and keep them healthy on the road to the state titles. Grand Peaks, located in St. Anthony and Rexburg, provides affordable medical, dental, behavioral health, and pharmacy services for the entire family. Their health care providers and staff are highly trained and experienced in all areas of primary medicine, obstetrics, family dentistry, behavioral health, and prescription services. Grand Peaks Medical.
So Sugar, a change of heart here on 4th and 2. Punt formation now for the Diggers. Tanner Hawks is going to punt it away. Mason Strong back deep at his own 20, waiting for this one between the hash marks. $1:45 to go here in the opening frame, tied at 7.
Mason Strong, another one with good legs to get up and down the field. Sugar got away with a false start.
Hawks gets this end-over-end kick away, sends Strong back to his own 10. Fair catch is caught, and they will mark him down at the 14.
You know, an awfully chilly day today.
Yeah.
In Idaho. And we saw last night that play a little bit of a role in that 5A championship game, as a number of fumbles last night. I think there were 5 overall between the two teams.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you drop temperature 10, 15 degrees from what you're used to playing in, and that starts to make a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, about 30 degrees at kickoff today here
Yeah.
in Middleton. It'll hover right around that through most of the afternoon.
Yep. Last time these two teams played here at Middleton, it was a foggy day. In fact, it was foggy until about halftime.
Well, it's sunny today.
It is.
A slight inversion here in the Treasure Valley. That's what's keeping the temperatures down. Dines empty set is going to have a quarterback, or rather this is Fisher out of a Wildcat formation, and Fisher is forward to the 15 to pick up a 5 out of that unconventional formation, as that was Fisher who took the direct snap.
It looked like that was Cooper that got out and was able to make that block, or it might have been Varel. Either way, what a great block on the perimeter of that. The Diggers were able to come up and kind of snuff that out a little bit, but it was a great perimeter block. And that's one of the things last week, if you look at the game against Sugar-Salem and Teton did a great job in the first half when they were in that ball game, was blocking on the perimeter.
2nd down and 9 from their own 14. Empty set for Dines. Twins left, single right. Man in motion coming near side. Dines will throw. Play action. Throwing to the near side, floating this one up and couldn't connect with the receiver. He was looking for Danny Lamelli. He floated that one all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, you had Lamelli and Tanner Hawks. That was a good matchup out on the perimeter, number 2 versus number 3. And on that, I don't know. I think Lamelli might have been the check down receiver on that, because he looked initially like he was going to go to the far outside. I can't remember who was on that outside, but then chose to go to Lamelli. Just overthrows him a little bit.
52 seconds to go here in the first quarter in the 3A state championship game on IdahoSports.com from Middleton. Shotgun set for Strong. Man in motion, making quads to the right. Rolling to the near side, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass is a little low from Dines as he was trying to look for Strong at the 25. Threw that one on the run.
Yeah, Dines being chased on the perimeter that time by the big number 66, Ryan Bingham, who chased him and kind of made him throw that almost in a lean position. I think that's a key for any defense. You've got to make a quarterback make tough decisions in the back.
Yeah.
You know, you can't leave him there to make good decisions. I'm 52 years old. Give me 10 seconds back there, I can probably find a receiver, you know,
right,
in that. And that, if you make a quarterback make tough decisions, their percentages go down.
Punt formation now for Homedale. It's a short punt. Tyler Hurlinger, the Sugar punt returner, is going to take this one on a hop at the 50. Hurlinger just diving forward to pick up a couple yards.
Well, I think it's fair to say that both teams have had pretty decent field position today as well. If you're an Idaho homeowner and have fallen behind on your mortgage because of COVID-19 pandemic, help is available. The Idaho Homeowners Assistance Fund can help you get back on track. Check your eligibility and apply today at IdahoHousing.com/HAF. That's IdahoHousing.com/HAF.
So 1st and 10 for Sugar, operating in Homedale territory. That's where this drive will start. We'll start at the Homedale 47. Trips left to right. Neal's going to keep it on a quarterback power. And that seems like a staple. This is the first time I've seen Sugar so far this year, but that seems like a staple. They spread it out, Neal a big body, and they just run it right off guard.
Well, he got behind the big, guard 300-pounder Caden Dowling, the junior, and just kind of followed him up that middle.
Yeah. So it's a pickup of 4, 25 seconds to go first quarter. Sugar can get another play off before the end of the quarter if they want. Clock now down to 17 seconds. Again, 5 receivers in the pattern. Neal empty set. Trips left, twins right. Neal will throw this time. Neal has some time, throwing a home run ball down the far sideline. It's caught at the 15. Touchdown, Sugar.
That was an absolute dart.
It was to Ty Hurlinger for 47 yards.
That ball could have only been caught and not intercepted if it went on that pathway right there that it did. That was a great pass to Hurlinger.
That was a dime from Daniel Neal. Hurlinger, a big receiver here for the Diggers. That's about half of the touchdown receptions on the team wide as this extra point is up and good. Make it 14-7.
Well, and that was even we'll even have one more play left in this quarter because now we'll at least have the kickoff as well.
3 seconds to go, yep.
Since 1963, Harold Harris Construction has been a family-owned and operated construction business serving all of southeast Idaho and western Wyoming. Harold Harris Construction proudly supports Sugar-Salem athletics and wishes the boys good luck at state. And just for those of you out there, Harold Harris just recently passed away about a month or so ago in Sugar. He was a big loss to that community. Flam Funeral Home in Rexburg understands how difficult it can be when your family experiences a loss. Their professional and dedicated staff will walk you through every step of the process, helping you create a unique service that best fits your values and needs. Find out more by visiting them online at flamfh.com or simply give them a call at 208-356-5721. Kelly Canyon Ski Resorts want to congratulate all the Eastern Idaho teams for making it to the state championship this weekend. Opening day is November 25th, just in time for those post-football blues. They say good luck today from Doug and the rest of the crew at Kelly Canyon. Of course, Doug Swanson, a big friend of IdahoSports.com. Rely on him a lot, talk to him a lot as well. So thank you to Kelly Canyon.
Tanner Hawks getting set to kick this one away for Hurlinger. That's his 11th touchdown reception on the season per Max Preps. So,
yeah, that is correct because we know who puts it into Max Preps from Sugar.
Pretty reliable. Huh?
Yeah, pretty reliable source.
The Hawks has got this teed up right on the X in between the hash marks at the 40. 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Sugar leading by 7. End over end kick away. It's going to drive Homedale back to their own 5. Here comes Fisher up the numbers. Fisher looking for a seam. Is popped at the 25, brought down to 28, and that will do it for the opening quarter.
Yeah, finally brought down by Cash Harris after initially in on the tackle was Ammon Lee, but another good run back as well. Taylor Chevrolet is proud to support Sugar-Salem athletics. Taylor Chevrolet has been serving the Upper Valley for over 90 years. Well, my friend David Taylor is not 90 years old, but that means that's been passed down from generation to generation. With excellent service and a stellar sales team, Taylor Chevrolet is the home of oil changes for life. That's right, buy any new or used vehicle and never worry about your oil again. Taylor Chevrolet is your Southeast Idaho auto dealer with a wide selection of Chevrolet, Buick, and Cadillac models. Come in today and get the vehicle you want with oil changes for life. Stop by their Rexburg location or visit their website at taylorchev.com. Upper Valley Orthopedics is the Upper Snake River Valley's renowned state-of-the-art orthopedic and sports medicine clinic. Doctors Michael Larson, Kevin Lee, and Travis Torngren are board-certified orthopedic surgeons treating all conditions of the shoulder, elbow, hand and wrist, hip, knee, foot, ankle, and other sports-related injuries. Please call for an appointment at 208-356-9550 or request online at uppervalleyortho.com. Upper Valley Orthopedics in Rexburg is a proud supporter of Sugar-Salem athletics. Stone Ridge Dental in Sugar City, Dr. Carpenter provides his patients with the most up-to-date dental care with the kind of staff Family-friendly setting and relaxed atmosphere. You and your whole family, including the kids, will feel comfortable throughout your visit. Stone Ridge Dental offers convenient hours to accommodate your busy schedule. Call Stone Ridge Dental in Sugar City at 656-2000 to schedule an appointment today, or feel free to visit their website at astoneridgesmile.com. That's astoneridgesmile.com.
All right, so starting the second frame, Homedale with the ball at their own 29. Sugar trying to get a man off the field. I don't think they got him off in time, but anyway, we're coming down the near side. This is going to be a pickup of 9, so there's no flags, but even if there was one, Homedale would just decline it as Fisher picks up 9.
Yeah, great run out there by Fisher. That's the place where really when Homedale's been able to pick up yards today, and they did this in their scoring drive, they've been able to do it on the edges. That's what's worked for them.
Second down and 1 from their own 38. 11:35 to go here in the first half. Coming out in a pistol set. Now the quarterback Dines. Twins right. They go back to the ground. Straight up the middle. Fisher, a first down. Pulls over defender to the 50. He ran right over that Digger defender at the 45 and picked up another 5 yards.
Yeah, and that wasn't just any defender he ran over. That was Ty Hurlinger that he ran over. And so that was a fantastic play. It was a head-on, just kind of like, two rams up on the side of a mountain. And Fisher won the battle.
Twins right again, pistol set. Back to the ground. Fisher, looks like the same play. This time it's just going to pick up about 2.
The ball crosses the 50-yard line, and Fisher right now starting to feel comfortable in his set. As Ryan Bingham first in on the tackle, followed by the linebacker Carson Harris. Also Sammy Gonzalez in on that. There's not a lot with these teams that, unless it's really on the perimeter, that you see a lot of single tackles. Most of them are gang tackles that you see between these two teams, which is part of why they're so prolific.
Yeah, for sure. Second down and 8 now for Homedale, operating in Digger territory now at the 49. Ball in the near hash marks. 10:16 to go, second quarter. Empty set for Dines. With trips right, Dines throws to the flat. It's caught. Trying to spin out of a tackle is Binford, and he picks up just about 3 or 4 as Binford caught that one in the flat on a swing.
Yeah, and coming back on that, actually a good defensive play was Luke Aldrich, but he ended up giving up those yards. Josiah Bosco finally got there a little bit after, too. But I'll tell you what, I'm very impressed with Binford and his ability to take and cut upfield. His lateral movement is very well, which is extremely important in football. Not just your north-south, but you've got to have lateral movement.
Third down and 5 from the Digger 46 now. 9.5 to go here in the second. Trip receiver, tight formation to the left for Dines. Empty set. Now Binford coming in motion. Dines, play action, rolling near side. Dines is going to throw this one. That's a backwards pass, but it is caught by Luke Henry. Henry navigating down the numbers, now cuts back towards the hash marks. He's close to a first down. It will depend on the spot.
Yeah, I think he got it. Based upon the near side line judge, I think he got it. They are going to move him forward on that. That's one of those plays where a guy you look and say, he needed about 5 yards to gain and ran about 20 yards to get it.
He did, yeah. Ran all the way to the numbers, almost to the near sideline, then all the way back to that near hash. Regardless, it's a first down here for Homedale.
Yeah, Sweller is the big his numbers are very, very tough to read, but he's the left tackle that we've been talking about that's giving such good blocks out there. I couldn't tell until he just got over here on the back of the jersey if that had been an 8 or a 5 or whatnot, but he wears number 55 at 5'10", 247 pounds.
Tight formation on 1st and 10. Fisher right side between the hash marks across the 35 and down to the 33. When Homedale has that play working for them, this offense can move and groove. That's simple off tackle, and it picked up 7.
Well, they certainly can. And again, these are those things that just keep moving the chains. When you can pick up between 3, 5, 6, 7 yards and make manageable second, third, fourth down plays, it's amazing what you can accomplish as a team.
Be a second down and 3 from the 33. No receivers in this set. 2 running backs to each side of Dines. They give to one of them. This is going to be Fisher stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go for Fisher.
Yeah, slew of Diggers in on the tackle there as well, led by big number 57, another 300-pounder, Court Summers.
Yeah, slow to get up there for Homedale. One of the linemen, Cuellar, one of the guards for Homedale, now jogging to the far sideline. Looks to be okay, though.
Yeah, we just talked about him and how they've been able to follow him as a blocker for his size. It's amazing how quick he actually gets to the edge to throw a block as well, doing the blocking up the middle, too.
3rd down and 2. Ball spotted at the near hash, sitting at the Digger 32-yard line. 7:26 to go, second quarter. Homedale taking their time getting this play in. And now they're ready to go. So they get the play from the sideline. Pistol set, Fisher the deep back, no receivers in the set. Tight formation here for the Trojans. They go on the ground. Fisher straight off, right guard, first down, Homedale.
Yeah, picks it up, and I'll tell you, another excellent block in there that time by Omar Rios, who threw that block, allowed Fisher just to follow that up that middle, and I'll tell you, he could have fallen for 3 yards on that. The blocking was so good.
1st and 10 now from the 28, under 7 minutes to go here in the second. Homedale again bleeding some clock on this drive as they get the signals from the far sideline. Same formation here once again on 1st and 10. Pistol set, no receivers in that set. Tight formation from the near hash. They go to the ground. Fisher once again, this time on the left side. Fisher, hard to bring him down. He's across the 20. It's another pickup of 8.
I'll tell you, Fisher doing his job, but you almost can't say enough to really imply how good the offensive line is doing. You know, they're opening that up. Offensive lines, running back position is such an important position, but what a luxury to have a good offensive line, too. It makes your job a lot easier, and it makes your day a lot less painful.
Yeah, this a very good Homedale offensive line. They gave Fisher 9 on the carry, so it leaves 2nd and 1, trips right on the near hash. Man in motion, that's Lamelli coming to the near side. Now resets, twins right, single left. Dine's going to keep on a quarterback power across the 15. Enough for a Homedale first down. Trojans back in the red zone now to the 14.
Yeah, and a great job by Dines that time to recognize. I think that was a called play, but I think what they knew is by putting a man in motion and where their receivers were set, it was going to move those outside linebackers out. Which meant if he got past that initial line, they were going to be able, it was going to take the outside linebackers a little bit to get back in there and make that tackle. Picks up some good yardage.
It'll be a 1st and 10 now from the 13. Homedale getting the play in now as they come to the line. Pistol set. The deep back is Fisher. Tight formation with no receivers. Go off the right side. Fisher across the 10, still on his feet, brought down at the 8. You got to get bodies to a running back like that, Lance.
Yeah, you do. And, the first in on the tackle there was Porter McCluskey. But I'll tell you what, even though McCluskey outweighs Fisher, Fisher won that battle. I mean, Fisher is lowering that shoulder, and he's getting in, and he's making it painful to be tackled today.
Homedale bleeding some clock on this drive. Under 5 minutes to go now. 2nd and 5. Pistol set, strong left. Back to Fisher, left side across the 5. Fisher still on his feet. He may have lost the ball. Ball popped out inside the 5. We'll see who has it.
Well, according to the players, it looked like maybe Homedale was able to get back on the ball. But that would have been our second fumble of the ball game between the two teams.
And
that's Sugar football.
Wow, they say it's Sugar ball. Homedale obviously disagreeing with it.
Well, and what you don't have in high school that you have in college and the NFL is instant replay to go back to on that. So the call on the field ends up being the call that stands. It looked like Sugar dove at it first, but it didn't seem to me, or I couldn't quite tell if they had actually landed on it when they dove or if a Homedale player came in, and these are where fumbles, we talk about them. Sugar had one to open the game on the opening kickoff. Now Homedale has one. They're crucial. They hurt.
And it happens. A lot of these games come down to this end zone, 5-yard and in.
Yeah,
and that's where
in
that
this
fumble
series
just happened. Sugar to the ground here on 1st and 10 and picking up just about 2 yards. It's the end zone that says Vikings on it. The other end zone saying Middleton, but
well, in the 3-state championship game history, this is the 4th, in the 3-state championship history here, both games that were played on this field came down inside the 5-yard line right here. One was from the 2-yard line, one was from the half-yard line. when that happened. One was a defensive stop by Sugar. Well, both were technically defensive stops, but the other one just went off the hands of the tight end with a chance to win that for Homedale at the time. It was just, this has been a great series.
2nd down and 9, 2-by-2 set, shotgun set for Neal. Neal rolling near side pass is dangerous, bobbled, incomplete. That was tight coverage along the near sideline. Stigman good in coverage.
Yeah, and great coverage by Good. I was surprised with his second receiver, Tanner Hawks, in that general area, that he didn't throw that ball to Hawks. Hawks is the one that had the open lane there, and being one of the top 100-yard dashers in the state of Idaho at any school size, might not have been able to be caught at that.
Yeah, a lot of speed on this Sugar team. Couple good sprinters on this Digger squad. 3rd and 9 coming up from their own 4. 3:41 to go, 2nd quarter. Diggers break huddle from their own end zone. Shotgun set, twins to each side. Harris standing to Neal's right. Neal will throw from his own end zone. Here comes pressure. Neal gets it away, floats one, it's caught and dropped. That would have been a first down. Zach Doherty almost came down with it.
The last 2 weeks in a row, Zach Doherty has struggled to catch balls, and he's usually a very reliable receiver, but he has struggled a little bit to pull some of those in. That one was a great pass. It was only where he could catch it, you know.
Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Sugar now punting from their own end zone. Tanner Hawks, the punter, standing at the top of the K in Vikings. 2 receivers back deep for Homedale, standing at the Sugar 40. Hawks gets this one cleanly away. It's a short punt. This one going to take, it's going to go out of bounds actually at the
probably around
26.
the 25, yeah, or 26.
They're going to mark it, let's see. They're
going to walk it off. I think we're looking around the 25.
Yep, that's where it is.
Yeah.
Right at the 25.
Yep. Well, so what happened is both teams on their turnovers were fortunate that the other team didn't capitalize on that. You know, Homedale didn't capitalize when they got the turnover on Sugar to start the game. Sugar did not capitalize here. You know, but those turnovers, I'll tell you what, though, a punt like that is almost the same as a turnover when you consider getting it at the 25.
This drive starting at the Sugar 25. It's the second Homedale drive so far today that has started from the 25 or closer. Trips right for Dines. Quarterback power, right side. Slung to the turf after picking up a yard.
Boy, brought down by Big Court Summers, 300-pounder, who got him and just kind of rolled, with him there. Ended up being a good defensive play. But I think Dines is starting to see a little bit more comfort in that area because he's had good blocks.
Be a second and 8 rather, as they say, picked up 2 yards. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Dines, 4 receivers in the pattern here, shotgun set. Trips right, single left. They swing this one out to Binford in the flat, down the numbers across the 20. And Binford just able to find about 2 or 3 yards on the reception.
Yeah, Bedford does a great job when he catches the ball of turning upfield. That way, anyone who's in motion with him at that time has a difficult time staying with him.
Just dropped a pen on the metal floor here in the press box. Anything you do in the press box, you can hear
That's
it.
right. It shook me. You know, my body shook.
2:25 left to go here before the half. Pistol set on 2nd and 4. It go to Fisher, left side. Fisher in a heap of bodies is all 22 players in the same 3-yard radius of the ball there.
I'll tell you, though, it took him a while to get Fisher down. You know, Fisher is a very stable player. They list him at 6 foot, 195 pounds.
Now, Fisher was short of the first down, so a big 4th down coming up as we're under 2 minutes to play here in the first half now.
Now, this might be the kicking crew that they're bringing on. Not quite sure. Dines does remain on the field.
They need 2. It's a 4th and 2. Ball between the hash marks. Homedale, the offense for now, still on the field. Clock is moving, approaching the 1.5-minute mark.
They're going to use a timeout. Fall River Propane serves all of the Upper Valley as well as Island Park with the highest quality, hottest burning propane at competitive prices. Our industry-trained and certified service staff offers more than 70 years of experience. Fall River Propane services all makes and models of propane fireplaces and stoves. Fall River Propane is your full-service propane provider for homes and businesses. Check them out at fallriverpropane.com or call anytime at 1-800-632-5726. That's Fall River Propane. Experience the difference. Lava Hot Springs, Idaho is your destination for a fun, relaxing day, whichever you choose. Just 11 miles off of Interstate 15. Their world-famous hot springs are open now from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. until 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. The all-natural geothermal hot springs are always a warm 102 to 112 degrees, so you can come and soak your worries away. Their indoor aquatic center with Kiddie Cove is now open Fridays and Saturdays noon to 8 p.m. and Sundays noon to 5 p.m. with special weekly hours. Visit lavahot.springs.com for more information and calendar of hours.
So 1:29 left to go here in the first half. The Homedale offense is what retakes the field.
Well,
4-2.
and if you're Homedale, this is big. You figure a minute 29 left, you might really, if you can put a score up here and then get it to start the second half, you got a couple straight opportunities without giving up much of an opportunity.
Empty set for Dines, rolling near side. Dines running out of time, throws one to the end zone, has a man, it's incomplete. Dines was under duress. Luke Henry was wide open in the end zone.
He was.
Just couldn't connect.
Well, and Henry kind of tripped a little bit, which put him behind the ball a little bit. But then the ball, I don't know if he'd have been able to keep it in the end zone. It was thrown so far to the one side. But I'll tell you, that was the opportunity right there as Henry was, I mean, nobody was from here to the Oregon borderline to him. That's how open he was.
1:23 to go here in the first half. Sugar, the defense has held strong 2 times in the red zone so far this afternoon. 4 receivers in this Sugar set on 1st and 10 from the 17. Trips right. Neal will throw to the near side. Pass is dropped. He was looking for Hawks.
Yeah, dropped by Tanner Hawks, and you know the defense is good as Dines got over there on that defense, as well as Fisher.
So 1:19 to go, first half. Be a 2nd and 10 from the 17.
Well, those 2 players were a little upset about how that last series ended, so they were able to take it out right there on the first play on the defensive side of the ball.
Sugar breaking huddle on this 2nd down. 1:19 left to play. Trips right, single left as the delayed handoff straight up the middle to Bosco, and he's forward to the 20 and leaves a 3rd and 6.
In on the tackle first, Omar Rios. Rios has been in on several different tackles today. He's very good. As I've watched him during this game, Rios is very good at staying home. He doesn't get, faked out of leaving his position. He stays home, and when things like that happen, delayed handoff, oftentimes you can catch players, which it's designed to do, is catch players out of position who come with it. Rios stays home and does a great job of that to make the tackle.
Clock moving now. We're under 40 seconds. Sugar has not broken the huddle yet. It's a 3rd and 7 from their own 20, and now Sugar taking a timeout.
Pocock Trucking is based in Sugar City, Idaho, but sends trucks all over the western United States and Canada. Pocock Trucking is a full service, and by that they mean they do everything. They haul bulk commodities like feed, fertilizer, grain, and potatoes. They offer minor shop repairs and have a full-service lube bay. They grow potatoes, dairy-quality alfalfa, and more. They can even sell you a used truck if you need one. Pocock Trucking's main office is in Sugar City, and their truck shop is located in St. Anthony. To find out more, go to PocockTrucking.com as they proudly support Sugar-Salem Athletics. Steve's Hometown Dealerships are proud to sponsor the Idaho High School Football State Playoffs. Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario, Hometown Motors in Weiser, and Steve's Hometown Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in Fruitland are just a short drive to savings from anywhere in the Treasure Valley. The Steve's Hometown Dealership, where customer satisfaction is the #1 goal. Steve's wishing the hometown teams best luck at state. They are application. At Heartland Ag, application is what they do. from Case and RBR Application Equipment, tanks, trailers, and all your spraying and spreading needs. Located in Burley, Idaho. Give them a call at 800-994-9120 or find them online at heartlandag.com.
All right, 3rd and 7, 32 seconds left to play. No one in the backfield for Neal. Empty set. He's throwing to the near side. Neal, and it's incomplete. So he was looking down the near sideline. Here comes a flag.
Yeah.
That's a late flag.
Yeah.
He was looking for Cutler.
Well, and I think it's going to be a late hit, and now they get another one thrown as I think it was Fisher, went and kind of got in the official's face a little bit.
Yep.
And I think they're going to get for a late hit and then maybe even an unsportsmanlike.
So I didn't go to referee school or anything, but could that be 30 yards of penalties?
It might be, because anything that's personal foul related can be added on and above and beyond. So we'll see exactly what the call is. So they are calling a pass interference. And then they are calling an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
Yep. And so that's both of them. That's a huge mistake. But the thing is, as a player, whether an official is right or wrong on it, I've never seen something changed by somebody complaining at an official, and especially if you were the player that weren't involved in the play, and that's what happened. Fisher turned and said something to the official when the official was walking back after made that call, and that's what drew the second penalty.
So after all the penalty yardage, it's going to push Sugar all the way up to the 50. Now in Hail Mary range here with 27 seconds. 1st and 10. Right at the 50. Neal to throw. Neal in the flat pass caught by Harrison. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, losing about 2.
And guess who it is? Ends up being number 25 on the play, Ryland Binford. As Sugar-Salem now is going to take a timeout. Nobody wants or expects a car accident, but when they happen, since 1982, Mike Meingar's Auto Body has been there to take the stress out of the accident process. With a start-to-finish guarantee, they'll take care of all the insurance, restore your vehicle to pre-loss condition, and guarantee those repairs for as long as you own your car. Mike Meingar's Auto Body, 4660 Chinden Boulevard, or at BoiseAutobody.com. Mike Meingar's Auto Body, a proud sponsor of Idaho High School student athletes. Les Schwab in Homedale, manager Rhett and his crew are committed to getting you back on the road safely. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952. Give them a call today at 208-337-3474 or stop by at 330 Highway 95. Les Schwab in Homedale is a proud supporter of Homedale Athletics and wants to wish the boys good luck in the tournament.
All right, so 19 seconds remaining in the half. The ball is at their own 48.
I still have 2 I have to do.
19 seconds to go. Twins right, twins left for Neal. Operating from his own 48. With 19 seconds to go. Neal will throw. Neal over the middle. Pass is going to be incomplete. Was looking on the out route to the far side to the numbers. Intended target Doherty.
Yeah, and 27, Jeffrey Lane. If you had to take a video and show it to people of the correct play or the correct way to defend a pass, that is it.
Yeah.
He was in there perfect. The timing was great. Got the arm in without committing a pass interference play. That was fantastic. And both quarterbacks. Here's a couple quarterbacks coming in, just under 2,000 yards on the year. They're both pretty prolific passers, and both are struggling to hit receivers today. Now, for Daniel, he has been able to hit a couple guys on some pretty good-sized touchdown passes today, but a lot of the short ones have been tough for these guys to complete.
Yeah, you're right about that. 15 seconds to go, 3rd and long. Jump ball down the near side. It's going to be incomplete. Pass was out of bounds. Cutler, it was double coverage as the intended target, and that might have been more maybe a throwaway rather than anything else.
Yeah, Benford in on that defensive assignment, as well as Mason Strong also in on that defensive assignment. It's been one of those things that they've just done an excellent job getting out there defensively. And yeah, you almost kind of just throw that in a way that if you can't get it, but if your guy can't get it, nobody else can get it. And probably 60-70% of the times those go out of bounds.
4th and 12. Sugar's going to punt this away here with 10 seconds to go in the half. Hawk standing back at his own 36. It's a low punt, but no one was really back deep to receive it for Homedale. This thing's going to roll inside the 15, and the clock is going to expire. So that should be the end of the first half, and it is.
Bob's Bicycles on Fairview in Boise is family-owned since 1979, and their selection of mountain bikes, road bikes, BMX cruisers, and comfort bikes is second to none. Whether online at bobsbicycles.com or on the showroom floor, Bob's Bicycles will have the bike, accessories, and clothing to fit your needs, and they have in-store financing, 6 months, no interest. Stop in, say hi to Vern. Bob's Bicycles, serving Idaho for more than 40 years and proud to support Idaho student athletes. Pocock Trucking is based in Sugar City, but sends trucks all over the western United States and Canada. Pocock Trucking is a full service. By that, they mean to do everything. They haul bulk commodities like feed, fertilizer, grain, and potatoes. They offer minor shop repairs and have a full-service lube bay. They grow potatoes, dairy-quality alfalfa, and more. They can even sell you a used truck if you need one. Pocock's Trucking main office is in Sugar City, and the truck shop is located in St. Anthony. You can simply find out more by going to pocockTrucking.com. They proudly support Sugar-Salem athletics and want to wish the boys good luck at tonight's game.
All right, so once again, your halftime score, Sugar-Salem 14, Homedale 7. Back for the halftime show here on IdahoSports.com after this.
There's a change in the air in eastern Idaho, and right now we're celebrating the grand opening of the new Liberty GMC in Rexburg. With an outstanding inventory of new and used GMCs, you'll celebrate too, with discounts up to $3,500 on an awesome selection of new and used GMC vehicles. See dealer for details. Plus, you'll enjoy Liberty at the pump, because we're giving away $500 gas cards with every new vehicle sold. And due to popular demand, we're offering the famous Warranty Forever on every qualified new and used vehicle we sell. Some exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Warranty Forever means a lifetime warranty on engine, transmission, and drive axle components as long as you own the vehicle. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, or really young, or really old. Here in Idaho, we love our Liberty. Come and see us today at the new Liberty GMC in Rexburg with Warranty Forever. Remember, GMC exit 333. Liberty GMC in Rexburg, formerly John Adams GMC.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Look at that. The unmistakable swagger of someone fully covered with health insurance through Your Health Idaho for as low as $0 a month. If you're as speechless as I am right now, say nothing. Health yeah! Enroll by December 15th and you could qualify for quality health insurance starting at $0 a month.
Wait. Hello?
I was in an accident.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I have my seatbelt on.
I'm Jen Miguel-Seiler, and I'm from Moscow. I think it's really important to get vaccinated because it's not just about me and my health. It's about the people around me. We have a lot of friends who have disabilities or have different health conditions. I want to make sure I don't make anyone sick. So we chose to get vaccinated to keep each other healthy.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Halftime here at Middleton High School in the 3A football championships. This IdahoSports.com GameStream production of the Idaho High School State Football Playoffs is presented by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, also brought to you in part by Valleywide Cooperative and your local Toyota dealers. Power Boosters tonight, Upper Valley Orthopedics, Pocock Trucking, Grand Peaks Affordable Quality Healthcare, Pro Pete Fertilizers, Sun Glow of Idaho, Crapo Trucking, Flam Funeral Home, as well as Evade Pest Management. Your halftime score here at Middleton, Sugar-Salem 14, Homedale 7. Lucas Gephardt, Lance Taylor for IdahoSports.com bringing you coverage of this game. Lance, both teams entered today pretty even statistic-wise. Both teams had some untimely turnovers. Both teams punched in the end zone a couple times. Sugar obviously one more time than Homedale, but I feel like for the most part it's been a pretty even game.
It has been a pretty even game. You know, one of the things that we mentioned on the podcast earlier this week and that you and I had a chance to talk about before this game too was you could dang near take the stats for these two teams, and if they were on transparencies and you overlaid them, they're pretty dang close, you know. They're statistically there. The two teams that they have in common, those scores were just shy of being identical to each other. That's their opponents in common are, of course, Fruitland and South Fremont. But what we're seeing is that both defenses have played a role in making it difficult for the offenses to do what they do best. And now each team's had some flashes of what they do best. For example, Sugar had the couple long passes that got into the end zone, and Fisher's been able to run the ball. Those are really good things for both of these teams, but they haven't consistently been able to do it. You know, I would have to check, but these teams both might have had to go for a fourth down or even punt more than they've had to do all year long in a single ball game as the defenses have really stepped up and proved their strength today.
Yeah, well, entering today, I mean, this is the top of the 3A class, obviously. It's a state championship, right? But
and there's a bit of a difference between these two to the next tier of 3A schools.
Yeah, and I think you could even look at, you know, Weiser is probably what some might consider that third place team in 3A, and Homedale smoked them last year, 35-7 in the state semifinals. Look at what Sugar-Salem did to Teton, 60-21. In the state semifinals.
Well, and that was after a 56-6 game in the regular season as well. You know, I think when you look at these two programs, and of course you and I had an opportunity to pop down, talk to some of the coaches before the games and so forth, you know, and these are two teams that, you know, fans can get maybe a little raucous or, you know, things like that because you want to support your team. But when it comes to the players and coaching staffs of these two teams, there is so much respect out there, almost to a point of, almost to a point of reverence, where when these two programs think of each other and talk about each other because of the high caliber that they are. You know, I've mentioned many times through podcasts and so forth that you get people with you know, every school has a team.
Yeah.
Not every school has a program. These two schools have programs, which means that the way they bring young kids up from the time they're elementary school and stuff, looking to play in these programs, that your talent level at times can vary a little bit. but you tend to keep a consistency in your competitiveness because that program, and you're able to more reload than try to rebuild each time. And that's why they're up here year after year after year.
Yeah, these two teams, this is, the 6th year in a row that they're playing in the state semis or later. So semis or state championship,
That's right.
So that kind of goes to show you what you're talking about of how these two teams are programmed. Let's go over some stats while we have a chance. We'll start with Sugar-Salem. Daniel Neal, the quarterback, 4 of 9 in that first half for 75 yards. Did throw a pair of touchdowns on the ground for Sugar. Carson Harris, 6 carries for 10 yards. Neal, 4 carries for 51 yards. 40 of that was on 1 run. And then Allrich, Bosco, and Cutler each have a carry as well. Receiving-wise, Carson Harris leading the way with 2 catches for 9 yards. And Hurlinger, 1 catch for 43 yards. That was a 43-yard touchdown. And then Cash Harris, his touchdown was for 23 yards. So there's your stats there for Sugar-Salem as we jump over.
Shout out, of course, to Ted Parkinson for getting us these stats as well.
Yeah, these are great. As we jump over to Homedale, Jackson Dines, the quarterback, 4 of 8 for 18 yards in that first half with the touchdown on the ground. Trenton Fisher leading the way, 14 carries in 1 half for 67 yards. Jackson Dines, quarterback, 3 carries for 6 yards. Binford a carry for 13. Luke Henry a carry for 6 yards. Through the air, Binford 2 catches for 7 yards, as well as Luke Henry 1 catch for 13 yards. He was wide open in the end zone on one of those 4th down plays, just couldn't connect with Dines. Fisher a catch, and that actually lost 2 yards. And Lamelli was also targeted in that first half for Homedale. So there's a quick look at some of the individual stats there in that first half. By the way, Logan Green down on the sideline for us, running social media stuff today. He got a great look at that fumble that was inside the 5. We were looking at it here at the half. We paused it, zoomed in, the ball was out. It was a fumble.
Yeah. Well, and from our angle, we could see the ball late. Yeah, we're looking at the picture right here, folks.
Like there's clearly green between his bottom side and the ground, empty space. Ball's out, but he was trying to say his ankle was down.
Yeah, gotcha. So, either way, it ended up being a fumble. Both teams, had those fumbles in the first half. You had, of course, on the opening play of the ball game, on the kickoff, Tate Cutler gives up the ball down here. Fisher on the other end. Fortunately for both teams that fumbled the ball, the team recovering it did not score in the ensuing possession on that. So that ended up kind of being a neutral take on that. Thank you, Logan, for the update on that and for the video on that as well. But, these teams, I think one of the things that you look at when you watch a game, and I'm sure you'll agree with me on this, Lucas, is that every play in this game thus far that has been a positive play that's affected the game has been earned.
Oh, yeah.
Each team has had to earn everything they had, even the long passes and things like that. Those weren't easy. They weren't just guys that just happened to be wide open and burned. It was good defense on those plays too. Jackson Dines and his group, with Fisher picking up those yards that they were picking up as well. They were earned yards. The defenses have done their job.
I would point to the 43-yard touchdown, which right now is the difference.
Yeah.
That pass to Hurlinger, that thing, you said it was a dart. That thing was a bullet down that far sideline. And Neal put that right where it needed to be.
It has, and having said that, it's a chilly day out here, and some of these receivers have had a hard time, even on some open ones, holding on to some passes, and so to be able to get a pass in like that, we're not in the dome. And Holt Arena up in the Kibbe Dome right now. I mean, it's here, and these players, and we talked about it again last night in a really cold game at Albertson Stadium, the 5A state championship won by Rigby. But we saw a lot of fumbles, a lot of missed passes, just dropped simple, what you'd call a routine play.
Yeah, sure. And you look at these two teams as we have about a minute left on the clock. Neither team has retaken the field, but Western Idaho still looking for their first state championship across all 6 classifications. I think a lot of people out here thought Meridian might come through last night for the 5A SIC. They lost to Rigby. Bishop Kelly entered the 4A state championship game with an unblemished record. They lost to Skyline.
That's right.
Didn't have a dog in the fight down in 2A, but this is the last chance for Western Idaho for Homedale.
Yeah, it certainly is. This is, of course, the last championship game, period, to be played. Everything else is finished. So as we kind of recap that, you got, the 1A D2 level ended up being won by Kendrick. They're a North team on that. They got the win over Dietrich, a very good Dietrich team. So it's a great victory for Kendrick. In 1A D1, for the second year in a row, Oakley stepped up. Big shout out on that to Brennan Jones. Brennan Jones, our coach, and I actually grew up together in southern Utah as little kids, and both ended up in Idaho through various pathways to get here and so forth. So shout out to him. Of course, in the 2A division, it was an all-Eastern conference or Eastern Idaho finals with Bear Lake picking the win up over Firth, their second time playing this year, because they did have a matchup in the regular season as well. But then you end up, here's our 3A game. This one's yet to be decided, but the 4A game, Skyline over Bishop Kelly. The 5A game last night, Rigby over a very, very good Meridian team. And you got to remember, too, that was a rematch of last year's semifinal game that went into triple overtime on what I think was probably the best single night of high school football I've ever seen in the state of Idaho. All the overtime games you had that night, and it was just crazy all over the state that night. You had the big one in overtime up at Sandpoint, Sandpoint knocking off Blackfoot, and it was a great night of football.
Yeah. So Sugar-Salem has retaken the field. 3 minutes left act up on the clock, so we'll step away during the halftime show on IdahoSports.com. 24 minutes left in the 2022 Idaho high school football season. One more state championship trophy to give it out. We'll give it out when we return in the second half here on IdahoSports.com.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Toyota trains certified technicians. Is that important?
Well, you wouldn't hire just anyone to help you move, would you?
Not again.
Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
There is no replacement for quality and experience, and that's what Vance Dairy Construction brings to every project it sets out on. Just like the Homedale Trojans, Vance Dairy Construction works hard to get it right the first time, and that's why they have the reputation that makes them the first call when the dairy industry is looking to build, remodel, or repair. Call the team at Vance Dairy Construction. Schedule your winter maintenance and a renovation projects now. 208-337-3191. Vance Dairy Construction, helping to build Idaho's dairy industry. All of us at Vance Dairy Construction want to wish the Homedale Trojans good luck this weekend. RST Incorporated has been providing superior transportation services to Idaho's food processing, agricultural, and construction industry since 1974. Our fleet of 36 late-model fuel-efficient trucks and refrigerated trailers is currently serving the West, Midwest, and Southeast with timely, cost-effective transportation. Our specialized fleet of heavy-duty trucks, trailers, and experienced drivers is capable of moving structures and equipment of just about any size and weight. Owned and operated by 3 generations of Homedale graduates, RST Incorporated proudly supports Homedale Athletics, and they say go Trojans. When Farm Bureau Insurance says it covers Idaho, it really means it covers Idaho. Farm Bureau Insurance has 48 offices throughout Idaho, including your local branch in Homedale. To take care of farm and ranch customers statewide, Farm Bureau handles auto, RV, home, ranch, life, and even business insurance. Stop in at 15 East Wyoming in Homedale or call 208-337-4041.
All right, 12 minutes up on the clock, ready to start the third quarter. Sugar-Salem kicking off from right to left.
Well, and this is a big opportunity for Homedale. You get the ball to start the second half, and you were able to stop Sugar on the first one because you got a fumble recovery. So it's like receiving the ball both halves.
End over end kick drives Binford inside his 5. Here he comes between the hash marks and the numbers. Binford down the sideline across the 30, cuts back. He's still on his feet across midfield. Brought down at the 40. A big return for Homedale. Special teams once again coming up for the Trojans, but a flag sits down at the 24.
Well, in the battle, it is going to be a hold. They're going to bring that back, but ultimately the battle for field position on kickoffs and punts has gone to Homedale today. They have done a better job returning the ball. They found those holes, followed their blockers, and have really come out a little more successful on that.
Yeah, without a doubt. Special teams definitely been won by Homedale in this one, but Sugar-Salem leading the game as there was a hold on the return. So wipe all of that off the board.
We'll go back to the 15. Spot foul, and it took place on the 25. I didn't see the hold, but I wasn't watching that part of the play either. I was watching a couple blocks develop that were going to open that up.
So Homedale will start this drive from their own 15-yard line. Twins rights, type formation here for Homedale, shotgun set for Dines as they go to Fisher left side. Fisher trying to find some room on that left side, can only find maybe a yard.
Boy, in there first, Court Summers getting in there, picking up that tackle. Big boy, there on that right side. He's one of those, if he catches you early, you're going to come down for the most part. But what Fisher's done a great job of today is getting through that initial line and getting into that secondary.
Yeah, that's Fisher's 15th carry of the afternoon. The bell cow running back for Homedale. Second down and 9. Dimes to throw. Has some time. Delivers over the middle. Pass is bobbled and caught.
What a great reception.
Lamelli on the reception is close to the first down. It leaves about a yard, but Lamelli was bobbling that on his way to the ground, still able to come up with the catch.
Yeah, Lamelli, that is, and again, not a super big kid, 5'4", 143 pounds. Not only did he catch it after bobbling it, but someone was pulling back on him at the time as well. What kind of concentration does that take? Yeah. Those are the kind of catches you see out on the street when you're just playing with your buddies Nerf football as a little kid, That's where that comes into play, all that experience.
Single receiver to the far side on 3rd and 2. Pistol set as they go to Fisher. Up the middle, dropped at the line of scrimmage. He did not get there. Fourth down coming up.
That time brought down by Carson Harris, who went up there from his middle linebacker position, was able to do that. I think an official stat line that we need is official street Nerf ball experience, result of official street Nerf ball experience, and get the street Nerf ball experience from every kid. What was your experience as a kid? Oh, I played 8 seasons with my buddies in the neighborhood, out on the gravel, either in the the alleyway or the street.
It's a 4th and 1. Homedale going to go for it straight ahead. It was a tight formation. Again, all 22 bodies in the same 3-yard radius. I think it's enough for a first down.
It should be enough for a first down. It's going to be awfully close. The side judge ran in. He was right on the 25, and then that became the 26 and almost the 27 by the time he got there.
So it is a first down for Homedale as we played about a minute here in the third quarter. 14-7, Sugar-Salem leading.
That's a gutsy call by Homedale, because if you don't get that, that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah. That'd be a short field. Sugar would have taken over at the Homedale 25. Instead, it's a 1st and 10 from the 26. Pistol set, play action. Dine steps up in the pocket, throwing this one near side. Dangerous pass, deflected and incomplete. One-on-one coverage. It was a little underthrown.
Yeah.
Looking for strong. Bosco was in coverage.
Yeah, in fact, some of the coaching staff down there from Sugar wanted that to be a defensive pass interference, because when it's underthrown like that and the defender's on the inside, now the defender actually becomes the legal receiver in that play. Right, so now the intended receiver has to fall under the same rule patterns that typically your corner or safety is going to fall under there.
Yeah.
It was a great play, great defensive play, and great job offensively, too, to keep it out of the hands of an interception.
2nd and 10, pistol set, receiver to the far side for Homedale. They go to the ground. Fisher nowhere to go. Left side, he may have lost a yard. At best, it's no gain.
Yeah, and that time it was Andrew Chase, another one of those 300-pounders down there on that line, as they're now, what we get to see now is who makes the better halftime adjustments, because both teams had a number of adjustments to make going in at halftime. There were a number of missed tackles by both teams. There were a number of missed catches, guys getting through on their runs, things like that. And so we get to see now who made those better adjustments, who was able to address it more, because that makes a huge difference coming out in half number 2.
Yeah, the chess match between these two coaches, Tyler Richards for Sugar-Salem, Matt Holtree for Homedale. On display in the second half. 3rd and 11, play action. This is going to be a swing pass to the near side, having some room down the sideline near the first down marker. Luke Henry, I think he's going to be a yard or two short.
It's actually going to be about 4 yards short, I think, the first down marker. They're marking him out shorter than what it looked like. It looked like he got down right by the marker. He must have stepped out just slightly before.
So you're right, Lance. 4th and 4. So here comes punt formation for Homedale. Sigmund Good coming on to punt it away. Tanner Hawks back deep to receive the punt at the Sugar 33.
That's actually Ty Hurlinger back deep this time. Good punt.
Spiraling kick. Hurlinger is going to let it bounce at the 31, and it goes out of bounds at the 29. So Sugar will start their drive from that point.
Hey, that was a good punt that went out that time. Kudos on that for sure. The Steve's Hometown Dealerships are proud to sponsor the Idaho High School Football State Playoffs. Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario, Hometown Motors in Weiser, and Steve's Hometown Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in Fruitland are just a short drive to savings from anywhere in the Treasure Valley. The Steve's Hometown Dealerships, where customer satisfaction is the #1 goal. Steve's wishing the hometown teams best of luck at State.
8:21 to go, 3rd quarter. Sugar-Salem taking over at its own 29. Split back formation. Harris on the right side has some room. Between the hash marks, brought down at the 45. Harris ripping off 15 on that first down play.
Well, I think this is one of the things that was addressed by Sugar-Salem at halftime. I think the coaches felt like the offensive linemen were not doing their job opening up holes like they've done most of the year. And even though they were getting some, good those 3, 4, 5 chip yards with them, I think that was probably addressed. And they said, hey, we've got to open up gaps. If that's the gap he's going through, your job is to open that up. And we saw it right there.
1st and 10, back to Harris, right side this time, and no gain.
Yeah, just as I say that, no gain.
Yeah. Well, Homedale, too, has been impressed with their defensive effort so far here this afternoon. Sugar-Salem, this is a team that puts up 50 and a half a game. I mean, Sugar can put some points on the board. You look down the schedule, 69. You have another one, 63 against Marsh Valley. 56 and 60 the 2 times they played Teton.
Well, when you look at these two teams, Homedale holding teams to an average of 8, Sugar to an average of 12, you didn't really expect that either team is going to be able to get up in those marks.
Trips right on 2nd down, in trouble. Neal goes down at the 40. In on the sack for Homedale, Caden Lane.
Caden Lane just did a great job as he got in. Somebody missed an assignment there because he got in on that, and there was nowhere for Danny Neal to go.
And that's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 coming up here for Sugar. Ball in between the hash marks at the 40 as Neal brings the play in from the near sideline. 5 receivers, check that. 5 receivers in the set, trips right, twins left. Empty set for Neal. He'll throw, has some time. Over the middle, pass is caught at the 50 and brought down at that point, short of the first down, as the pass was caught by Cash Harris.
Yeah, Cash Harris pulled that in. The defense was actually very good on that play, and it brings up, in fact, I think they gave him about a benefit of about an extra yard on that play as well, as it looks like the punt team's going to come in, and neither team, after each team proved they could move the ball on the other in the first half, neither team wants to give the other good field position today, or at least in the second half.
Punt formation here on 4th and 4 for Sugar. Hawks gets the snap, clean punt away. Spiral kick taken by Strong. He muffed it. Strong had to hop on it at the 16. Homedale, dodging a bullet there.
Yeah, and Luke Aldrich down there for Sugar. You know, they were fortunate that it was kind of a low trajectory punt and was able to get there before the defense was able to get super deep. Otherwise, that comes off. You might be giving up a ball in red zone.
Yep. But avoiding disaster there is Homedale. They'll start this drive at their own 15.
Well, we talk about the colder conditions up here right now today, you know, and I think that's probably a result of the weather.
Yeah, just bounced right off of his chest pad. You were at the 5A game. I called it last night. Lots of fumbles in that one, and it was just results of big hits. It was cold last night here in the Valley as well, and it's tough to hang on to the ball when it's that cold.
It certainly is. Well, each team has a defensive stop here to start the second half.
5:49 to go, third quarter. 1st and 10 for Homedale at its own 16. As they try the right side, this is Binford this time across the 20 to the 26.
Speed of Benford. As he comes up that B gap on the left side, and it was Ty Herlinger that came up and made that hit that took him down. This is a beautiful facility here at Middleton High School. This is also the home of the state track championships for the 1A, 2A, and 3A divisions.
Pistol set on 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, it's Fisher this time, left side, and he's wrapped up after a gain of a couple. And it leaves a 3rd down. 5:12 to go, third quarter.
I think it's safe to say that when the state track championships are being held here, the weather is a little bit warmer that time of year, late May, when that's being held.
It might be raining, but yes.
That's right. Yeah, if it's raining, it's just not going to be, it might be chilly, but it's not going to be cold.
Right.
And there's the difference between it right there. This is a great facility.
33 degrees when we kick things off here in Middleton. 3rd and 4. Play action. Dines pumps. Now he's going to scramble to the far side across the numbers, looking for the corner around the sideline. Has a 1st down and a lot more pushed out across the 40 to the 43.
Well, we talked about this when it comes to Dines. This is one of the things that he brings as far as his running games go. He doesn't have as much of that straight ahead that you see from a Daniel Nill with his size, but what can he do? When a play breaks down, he's got that scramble ability to go horizontal and then go vertical.
Yeah. You saw it on display there. It's a 1st and 10 for Homedale. They mark him out at the 35. I thought he got another yard or two, but it was down the far sideline, so tough for us to see down that far side. 4.5 to go, third quarter. Single receiver far side, that's strong, standing on the numbers. 1st and 10 from the far hash, shotgun set for Homedale. Dines to throw, Dines down the middle of the field, has a man wide open, and it's caught at the 30. Touchdown, Homedale!
Lamelli gets out in front of everybody on that play. Broken assignment, someone down the middle, and now you see some Sugar players getting on each other about who had who going down the field. But what we know is nobody had Lamelli.
A 65-yard touchdown to Lamelli, and Homedale is within a point. Last time there was a receiver that wide open, they were going towards the Oregon border. You said there was no one between him and Oregon. They were going the other way, and Homedale's going to run a fake off the extra point, a man in the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. A little trickery there for Homedale, and the Trojans have the lead.
That's as good a fake as you're going to find. That's one of the fakes that fakes out cameramen because it's so good.
Jeffrey Lane, the reception, and just like that, it's a Homedale 15-14 lead.
ProPete fertilizer is an enviro-friendly product that reduces leaching. ProPete can help replace organic matter back into the soil. ProPete-bound nutrients release when plants need them. Carbon 90 Plus binds nutrients to the natural carbon of peat moss, encouraging steady plant growth for healthier turf with less mowing and thatch. ProPete is a great product for turf and ornamental applications. Uses range from lawns and gardens to shrubs and trees. ProPete wants to wish the Diggers good luck in the tournament. Dallas Hill with Silver Creek Realty Group is Eastern Idaho's best choice for all your real estate needs. Dallas Hill has the experience and expertise to give you the upper hand through every phase of your transaction. He focuses on helping people reach their goals when it comes to buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Dallas will work hard for you. Visit him online at DallasHillRealty.com to start reaching your goals today. Call Dallas directly at 208-710-9128. That's Dallas Hill with Silver Creek Real Estate Group, where helping people is my passion passion. He says, go Diggers from Dallas Hill Realty.
So 4:26 to go, third quarter. This one's shaping up to be another Sugar Homedale classic here at Middleton. And over and kick away. And bringing this one back, Cutler here. He comes down to the near side. Cutler looking for a seam across the numbers and brought down at the 30.
And that's really been the best return from Sugar-Salem today of all the returns. Been that one right there out across the 30-yard line. Finally brought down. It was actually number 19, Ashton Zabriskie, that brought him down out near the sideline.
4 minutes, 20 seconds to go, third quarter. Sugar-Salem now finding themselves behind for what may be the only time all year you'd have a better idea of that than I would.
Yeah.
Maybe they trailed against Layton Christian. That was a 28-9.
Well, they
win.
trailed 7-0 last week.
Okay, this pass over
as
the middle.
well.
It's going to be caught at the 40. It'll be a first down. Pass caught by Doherty. Still on his feet to the 45, pushing the pile forward.
Yeah, Doherty, that's a good catch for him. He has struggled these last couple weeks, to pull in some of those catches, which is not typical of him. He's usually got extremely sure hands, but he's a kid. He's 6'5". He's he's got that kind of more traditional tight end build that you have there, and if you can get it to him, he does post some mismatches for against teams because you can throw it up high, and if it's a jump ball, he's got the benefit.
Under 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Ball at the Sugar 45, split back formations, Twins right. They go to Harris on the right side, and Harris picks up 2 yards straight up the middle between the hash marks, operating on the big blue M here at midfield.
Overall today, they have done a great job on Harris on that middle. It's just been very, very tough play, and primarily it's been Trenton Fisher as he's been able to come up from his position and actually meet up with the defensive line to get some of those tackles.
Yes, 2nd and 8, 3:20 to go here in the third. Just 15 minutes and change remaining before we crown a 3A champion. Split back formations, Twins to the far side. And that should be a false start.
Yeah, that was the easiest single call of the ball game today.
Be a false start on one of the split backs for Sugar, so move it back 5.
Yeah, it was actually Carson Harris that took off a bit early out of the backfield.
So that turns a 2nd and 8 into a 2nd and 13. 3:07 to go.
Homedale has already made Sugar punt once in this half. Sugar made Homedale punt once, and then Homedale scores on a beautiful pass to Lamelli.
Second down and 13. Shotgun set this time for the Diggers. Twins left, single right. Harris standing to Neal's left. Swing pass to Harris down the far side, and the numbers, and it's not going to go anywhere.
No, in fact, it's going to be a loss of yards on the play.
Came to the near side across the numbers, just a quick swing pass to Harris, and it loses about 2.
That's been a pass that and a play that has worked for Sugar on numerous occasions this year. It has not. They've run it now several times today. It has not worked against this Homedale defense.
Third down and 15. The Homedale faithful coming to their feet on the far side. 2-by-2 set, shotgun for Neal on 3rd and long. Rolling far side. Neal sets his feet. Firing over the middle. Pass is caught across the 50 to the 49. Still short of the first down.
Yeah.
And this
is the exact play, or the exact position and the exact receiver. Their first possession when they ended up punting from this position in the second half.
Almost the exact same spot.
Yeah, just a yard difference. Same receiver, same spot. Do we hear the... what was the old show? The Twilight Zone. We hear the da-na-na-na-na-na coming up.
But instead of punting, Sugar, now trailing, is going to go for it. 5 receivers in the pattern. 4th and 3. Here come whistles and a timeout. Maybe.
They haven't motioned what it is yet, but the Homedale players are walking off. Now so are the Sugar players.
There is a flag. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. This is a penalty. They are calling timeout too, but they also called a penalty. I'm not sure what it was. Grand Peaks, your community health center, is proud to support our local athletes and keep them healthy on the road to the state titles. Grand Peaks, located in St. Anthony and Rexburg, provides affordable medical, dental, behavioral health, and pharmacy services for the entire family. Their healthcare providers and staff are highly trained and experienced in all areas of primary medicine, obstetrics, family dentistry, behavioral health, and prescription services. Grand Peaks is committed to establishing a personal relationship with each patient and providing affordable health care to your family. GrandPeaks.org is their website for a full list of services. Good luck, diggers, from all the staff at Grand Peaks. If you're an Idaho homeowner and have fallen behind on your mortgage because of the COVID-19 pandemic, help is available. The Idaho Homeowner Assistance Fund can help you get back on track. Check your eligibility and apply today at idahohousing.com/HAF or call at 800-991-2166.
So again, out of a timeout, another change of heart for the Diggers. They're going to punt it now with 1:32 to go. It's a 4th and 3. It's on to punt it as Hawks. Hawks' punt is away. Booming kick. This is going to take a bounce at the 10. Will it check up? No. Goes into the end zone.
Taylor Chevrolet is proud to support Sugar-Salem athletics. Taylor Chev has been serving the Upper Valley for over 90 years. With excellent service and a stellar sales team, Taylor Chevrolet is the home of oil changes for life. That's right. Buy any new or used vehicle and never worry about your oil again. Taylor Chevrolet is your Southeast Idaho auto dealer with a wide selection of Chevrolet, Buick, and Cadillac models. Come in today and get the vehicle you want with oil changes for life. Stop by their Rexburg location or visit their website at TaylorChev.com. That's TaylorChev.com.
1:25 to go, third quarter. This drive starting from the Homedale 20. Pistol set, Twins right. As they go to the ground, Fisher ahead to the 25, a pickup of 5. And like I said earlier, Lance, when that play is working, Homedale is really tough to slow down.
Well, and I think another thing, too, that you got to give is you got to look at that final play of their last possession on the touchdown pass to Lamelli. Well, what does that do when you get a touchdown pass like that? Well, that starts bringing your linebackers back up just a little bit.
Right.
So now you start getting through that initial defensive line. Takes those linebackers a little more time to get up to you. It's a great play call by Homedale.
Under a minute to go, 52 seconds to go. Back to the ground. Fisher on the right side, nowhere to go. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, and it brings up a third down, 40 seconds. Here come whistles.
Yeah, number 3, Ammon Lee, gets in on that play, and we have an injured player down here on the field. We won't speculate about what that is. Upper Valley Orthopedics. I guess this is a great time for the Upper Valley Orthopedics ad. Upper Valley Orthopedics is the Upper Snake River Valley's renowned state-of-the-art orthopedic and sports medicine clinic. Doctors Michael Larson, Kevin Lee, and Travis Torngren are board-certified orthopedic surgeons treating all conditions of the shoulder, elbow, hand and wrist, hip, knee, foot, ankle, and sports-related injuries. Please call for an appointment at 208-356-9550 or simply request online at uppervalleyortho.com. Upper Valley Orthopedics in Rexburg is a proud supporter of Sugar-Salem athletics. Pocock Trucking is based in Sugar City, Idaho, but sends trucks all over the western United States and Canada. Pocock Trucking is full service, and by that we mean they do everything. They haul bulk commodities like feed, fertilizer, grain, and potatoes. They offer minor shop repairs, and they have a full-service lube bay. They grow potatoes, dairy-quality alfalfa, and more. They can even sell you a used truck if you need one. Pocock Trucking's main office is in Sugar City, and their truck shop is located in St. Anthony. To find out more, go to pococktrucking.com. Pocock proudly supports Sugar-Salem athletics, and they want to wish them good luck in tonight's game. Flam Funeral Home in Rexburg understands how difficult it can be when your family experiences a loss. Their professional and dedicated staff will walk you through every step of the process, helping you create a unique service that best fits your values as well as your needs. Find out more by visiting them online at flamfh.com or give them a call at 208-356-5721. Since 1963, Harold Harris Construction has been a family-owned and operated construction business serving all of southeast Idaho and western Wyoming. Harold Harris Construction Proudly supports Sugar-Salem Athletics and wishes the boys good luck at state, and they say go Diggers. As now.
So Brody White is the injured Homedale Trojan, and they had to bring a cart out onto the field, and he's being carted off the field. It's a lower body injury, we'll call it.
Well, and that's a sizable loss for Homedale, not only because he's a big kid, but his blocking has been fantastic today on that offensive line. He has opened up a number of gaps that Fisher has benefited from today.
So, and now carted him off the field, and we're ready for action once more. It's a third down, empty set for Dines. He'll throw. Dines stepping up in the pocket, throwing a jump ball near side, incomplete. Looking for Lamelli. Lamelli looking for a flag. There are none, and it's fourth down.
Yeah, and on that, that's kind of like a block charge play in basketball. That's really kind of a pick-em call for an official, and that's one of those that, whether it was called or wasn't called, half the stadium's going to boo.
Yep. Yeah, that was just a jump ball. Both players went up for it. I like the decision there from the officials to keep the flag in the pocket.
I do too, but you know what? I really like the play call because I think for the most part, what did you expect, as you watch this game? Well, you expect on that third down that you're going to see Fisher run the ball straight up the middle. They go empty set.
Punt formation here for Homedale, end over end kick. Erlinger lets it bounce at the 40, takes it on a hop at the 31. Makes one man miss, now cutting back, can't snake out of another tackle. And he's dropped at the 33. So here comes the Sugar offense, now trailing by 1 with half a minute to go in the third quarter.
Well, and we've got, half a minute to go in the third, and Sugar is yet to put any points up on the board here in the first quarter now, in the third quarter now. Both of Sugar's touchdowns took place in the first quarter in the first half. So this will be 2 straight quarters. If Sugar doesn't score here, this will be 2 straight quarters that Sugar has not put points up on the board after 14 early.
Yeah, an offense that's not used to doing that.
No.
26 seconds to go. Ball at their own 37 for the Diggers. As they come out, 5 receivers in the set. Twins left, or Twins right, rather. Here come flats.
Yeah, it's going to be
right,
another
Twins
false
left.
start.
Yeah, so push this one back 5 for Sugar. As we get the call from the White Hat, it is a false start.
Yeah, and I think that was on the left tackle in that scenario. He started that movement to the right before everybody else took off.
So it's going to be a 1st and 15 now, 23 seconds to go, third quarter.
Well, I think you have to look and you have to say, well, you know what happens sometimes when teams start getting taken out of the things that work for them all the time. You mentioned, they're not used to going 2 quarters with that. Saw it last night too. And you just start to see sometimes mistakes come up because maybe players get a little nervous. They start rushing a little bit, things like that. So these are always things to consider when 2 good teams play each other.
Trips left on 1st and 15, single right for Sugar. Quarterback power, Neal in between the hash marks, has the first down across midfield to the 45. And when you're down and need a play, why not go to something that's worked for you all year on that quarterback power?
Yeah, and on the play that time was Dylan Fine. He was your junior DB. He's also a backup quarterback for Homedale as well. And, interesting that they came out and run the exact same play that they false started on when it was obvious where the play was going to go from the first time.
And that will do it for the third quarter here from Middleton High School. When we come back for the fourth quarter, Sugar will have the ball in Homedale territory, trailing by 1.
At Stone Ridge Dental in Sugar City, Dr. Carpenter provides his patients with the most up-to-date dental treatment. With their kind staff, family-friendly setting, and relaxed atmosphere, you and your whole family, including the kids, will feel comfortable throughout your visit. Stone Ridge Dental offers convenient hours to accommodate your busy schedule. Call Stone Ridge Dental in Sugar City at 208-656-2000 to schedule an appointment today, or feel free to visit our website at StoneRidgeSmile.com. That's StoneRidgeSmile.com. Fall River Propane serves all the Upper Valley as well as Island Park with the highest quality, hottest burning propane at competitive prices. Our industry-trained and certified service staff offers more than 70 years of experience. Fall River Propane services all makes and models of propane fireplaces and stoves. Fall River Propane is your full-service propane provider for homes and businesses. Check them out at fallriverpropane.com or call anytime at 1-800-632-5726. Fall River Propane, Experience the difference. Kelly Canyon Ski Resort wants to congratulate all the Eastern Idaho teams for making it to the state championships this weekend. Opening day is November 25th, just in time for those post-football blues. Good luck today from Doug Swanson and the rest of the crew at Kelly Canyon. So we got Thanksgiving coming up this weekend, Lucas.
We sure do.
What are you doing for that?
We're hanging around here.
Getting yourself some
trot.
turkey?
We do a turkey trot.
Oh, good.
My wife and I do a turkey trot. New tradition every year.
Good,
so
good.
In downtown Boise. It'll
Get those running jeans on.
Yeah, right. First and 10, first play out of the quarter. It's going to be a speed option near side. Neal pitched it to Bosco, and Bosco lost yardage on the near side. This Homedale defense is fired up. Throwing his fist in the air is Strong.
Yeah, Strong's the one that came over and made the play as that fooled nobody. And on that, I was really surprised that Danny Neal ended up pitching that, because on that option that he ran right there, the defender had already committed to the far side, which is usually a keeper by the quarterback to go over. But he went ahead and pitched it anyway, and Strong never was fooled on the play.
Second down and 12 from the Homedale 47. Trips left, single right for Neal.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Danny keep this one on a run.
Quick pass near side. It's caught across the 45. Not much more after that. It's going to be a third and long. Hurlinger, his second catch of the day. So third and 10 coming up here for the Diggers. Could be 4-down territory, so you got 2 plays to pick up 9.5 yards.
The defense has been extremely stout today. The difference in the game right now on the 1 point is the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, well, it was the fake.
Yep.
Fake extra point.
Great fake.
Third down and 9 from the 44. 10.5 to go in this one. Trips left, single right for Neal, the quarterback. He'll throw. Neal has time. Over the middle to Hurlinger. It's caught across the 40 to the 39. He's short of the first down, but it's going to make fourth down a lot easier.
Yeah, and this is, at least it has been all year, it's been consistent go-for-it range for Sugar. I wouldn't be surprised if Sugar spreads on this and runs Daniel Neal up either the or up the A-gap on either side.
It'll be a 4th and 3 officially. 10 minutes to go. Ball spotted at the Homedale 38. 4th down and 3. From the far hash. Diggers break huddle in their all-white uniforms. 2-by-2 set. Shotgun here for Neal. Harris to his right. They'll throw. Coming to the near side under pressure. Floating one to the sideline. Incomplete. And here comes a flag. Homedale can't believe it. Intended target was Hurlinger. In coverage was Sigmund Good.
Yeah, you can make the argument that that pass was a little bit too high to catch, but there was no question there was early contact, and it stopped Hurlinger from being able to at least jump to attempt the catch.
Yep. So that's going to make it a first down. They'll give the Diggers a fresh set of downs, and we'll push this ball all the way to the 23, maybe the 22.
Les Schwab in Homedale, manager Red and his crew are committed to getting you back on the road safely. Les Schwab doing the right thing since 1952. Give them a call today at 208-337-3474 or stop by at 330 Highway 95. Les Schwab in Homedale.
First and 10 from the Homedale 23. Neal empty set will keep it. Power right. Neal in between the 2 guards across the 20, picking up a couple.
You know, one of the things we saw in half number 1 was it was primarily Carson Harris that was getting those carries on first down. Now we're seeing Danny Neal carry those balls now. We've seen it through several different offensive sets of downs where he carries it on first.
2nd and 7 now from the Homedale 20. So in the red zone are the Diggers. Ball on the far hash. Be a tight set with the single receiver to the right, single left. Split back formation for Neal. They go to the ground. Harris mets and spinning out of a tackle. He'll pick up a couple. Harris, not a big body. I thought he was going to go down immediately.
Yeah, I thought he was down immediately. Yeah. The roll-off was odd because it looked like it stopped and it was over with.
Right. But he spun out of that and picked up 3.
Well,
and 7.
I joke him. I call him the Weeble Wobble. You know, people my age remember Weeble Wobbles when we were kids. The old advertisements of Weebles Wobble, but they don't fall down. He's got that low center of gravity, and he is difficult to bring down if you can't hit him squared.
3rd and 4 from the 17. Twins left. Play action. Neal throws this one to Harris in the flat. It was just a little bit short and incomplete. Harris couldn't quite grab it, as that pass was maybe a half yard too short.
Now, decision by Sugar here. Typically, this is go for it range. They do have a kicker in Kinghorn who can kick field goals from this range. Yeah. I don't see him coming onto the field. He carries number 27.
Kinghorn, a part of that state championship soccer team there for the Diggers. So he's got quite the leg, and it's accurate, but it's 4th and 4. Sugar trailing by a single point at the Homedale 17. Wants a timeout to talk about it.
Lava Hot Springs, Idaho is your destination for a fun or relaxing day, whichever you choose. Just 11 miles off Interstate 15. Their world-famous hot springs are open now from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and until 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. The all-natural Gemo Thorough Hot Springs are always a warm 102 to 112 degrees, so you can come and soak your worries away. Their indoor aquatic center with Kitty Cove is now open Fridays and Saturdays, noon to 8 p.m., and Sundays, noon to 5 p.m., with special weekday hours. Visit lavahhotsprings.com for more information and calendar of hours. They are application. At Heartland Ag, application is what they do. From case and RBR application equipment, tanks, trailers, and all your spraying and spreading needs. Located in Bertie, Idaho, give them a call at 800-994-9120 or find them online at heartlandag.com.
All right, 4th down and 4 from the 17. 8:17 left to go. Sugar-Salem still in a huddle on the near sideline, standing at the 30, as they decide what they want to do here. A field goal, it would be a long one, but if it was good, it would give the Diggers a lead.
Yeah, and Kinghorn's their main kicker for field goals, and the other is Hawks, and neither one of them is out on the field for this play.
Yep, Sugar's going to go for it. 3 receivers to the right, single left. Neal going to throw, near side, throws on the run, pass caught. It's near the first down marker. He got it by a yard. Cash Harris on the reception. First and goal, Sugar.
Cash Harris has been the trusted receiver all day long for the Diggers. In a day that's been hard to get to a lot of receivers, he's been the consistent one. In fact, I can't think of a missed pass or a missed reception by Harris today.
I think he's caught every single
Yeah, I think he's caught each time that he's been targeted.
So first to goal for the Diggers now. Split back formation, single receiver left. They go back on the ground. This is the other Carson Harris, rather.
He's down to the 5.
Yeah, pick up a 5. Carson Harris and Cash Harris, the 2 Harrises we're talking about. Cash Harris got the first down. Carson Harris on the carry there. 2nd and goal from the 5.
No relation, by the way, between those two. That's just coincidence, the last name. Of course, Carson Harris, the brother of Ryan Harris, the great linebacker for Sugar on some of those state championship teams.
Run left side near the end zone. They mark him just short. The carrier, Cutler. And we approach the 7-minute mark to go on this one. Sugar trailing by 1. But as they sit right now, they're about 3 feet away from the lead.
If even that.
Yeah, it's close.
Well, the two of the 3 times these teams have played in the state championship game, it's come inside the 5-yard line. In fact, deep inside the 5-yard line. The 2 in the about half-yard line.
They're just going to push this forward with Neal at the split back formation. No signal from the officials. Touchdown, Sugar.
And not only has it come from these positions, it's been on the last play that's determined it.
Yeah, that one a 3rd and goal. And now Sugar with a 5-point lead, I would imagine will go for 2.
We got a man down on the field. Once again, it's a Homedale Trojan. I'll tell you, Lucas, we talk about how close statistically these teams are, and it's playing out today. It is playing out today. Nobody wants or expects a car accident, but when they happen, since 1982, Mike Meingar's Auto Body has been there to take the stress out of the accident process. With a start-to-finish guarantee, they'll take care of all the insurance, restore your vehicle to pre-loss condition, and guarantee those repairs for as long as you own your vehicle. Mike Meingar's Auto Body, 4660 Chinden Boulevard, or at BoiseAutobody.com. Mike Meingar's Auto Body, a proud sponsor of Idaho high school student athletes. Bob Bicycles on Fairview and Boise is family-owned since 1979, and their selection of mountain bikes, road bikes, BMX, cruisers, and comfort bikes is second to none. Whether online at bob-bicycles.com or on the showroom floor, Bob's Bicycles will have the bike, accessories, and clothing to fit your needs. And they have in-store financing, 6 months, no interest. Stop in and say hi to Vern, Bob's Bicycles, serving Idaho for more than 40 years and proud to support Idaho student athletes.
So 6:42 left to go. Here comes a Sugar two-point conversion. Single receiver to the left. Neal out of the shotgun. As we get ready for play, they need a couple yards here to make it a 7-point game. Man in motion coming near side. Hurlinger, Neal to throw. Neal under pressure. Scrambles out of one. Throws one to the end zone. Knocked away. And the lead remains at 5.
Great defensive assignment that time by number 25, Rylan Binford. We've called him on both sides of the ball all day long. And what you had on that is you have a play where Ty Hurlinger comes in on a sprint like he's going as a man in motion to the far side, and then he quickly cuts back. They took that away from him that time. And what it did is it gave their defensive line time to put pressure on Danny Neal in the end zone. Going to be a tough play to finish off.
I floated that one up, was looking for Carson Harris. Neal had really nowhere to go with it, was running out of time. 2-point conversion, may as well float it up and see what happens.
Yeah, well, and the thing is in that position, you're saying, listen, we're in a position now they can't beat us by a field goal anyway. Right. And so let's go for the 2, see if we can't make it a touchdown plus an extra point game in that scenario. But as it is, 20-15, and just what you expect from a game between Sugar and Homedale.
Yeah, no kidding. These two teams have met each and every year in the state playoffs going back to 2018. All but one have been decided by one score.
Yep, they have.
.6:42 left to go. Sugar just retook the lead. It's a 20-15 Digger lead. Seeing this one up is Hawks. Again, kicking from left to right. Has it teed up on the X between the 40s. Fisher and Mason Strong back deep to receive for Homedale. End over end kick is away. It will be returned by Fisher from the 10. Here he comes near side. Fisher trying to look to reverse field. Breaks one tackle. Can't break another. Stacked up at the 21.
Tell you what, that kid, speaking of Fisher, he's just like a stick of steel. I mean, he's tough to bring down. Yep. He is tough.
6:34 left to go in this one. Sugar-Salem looking for their 4th.
If you're the offensive guy, just jump on it just in case.
6.5 to go in this one. Second down and 10.
This shaping up, by the way, to be the second lowest scoring game that these two have had against each other. Last year was the lowest scoring.
That game was won 16-7 by Sugar. That was in the state semifinals. Shotgun set now for Dines on 2nd and 10. He'll throw. Dines over the middle, has a man, passes incomplete. It hit him right in the hands. Here comes a flag. Was looking for Oakland Carson. A flag is
it's on Tanner Hawks. Yeah, it was on Tanner Hawks as Tanner Hawks got his hands in the belly of him before the ball got there. You could already see the receiver in the air, but before the ball got to him, the push right in the stomach.
So that will be pass interference against the Diggers. There'll be a Homedale first down to the 36.
I've never felt the penalty for pass interference at the high school game that doing it from the line of scrimmage is really fair to what you actually miss by not being able to catch the pass, or to have the opportunity. I've always liked how it's exacted better in the NFL and the college game.
Yeah, it's a difference of 10 yards right now. They ended up saving the Diggers those 10 yards. Pistol set on first down, to the ground they go. Fisher to the 40 and picking up 6. It's just such a simple play, but it is so effective.
It is. Well, and that tells you why he's put up the kind of yards he has this year, because they stick to what works.
So it's a pickup. We wait for the yardage to come across, but we approach the 6-minute mark. It's a pickup of 6. We are halfway through the 4th and final frame.
Remember, 5 years in a row now that these two teams have met, 3 straight in the state championship game, last year in the semifinals, and this year, once again, back to where they both feel they should be.
2nd down and 4 from their own 42. Pistol set here for Dines. So they go to Fisher on the right side. Fisher to the 45, has a first down, pushing forward to the 47.
The blocking has been fantastic today on that side, and now moving positions over is Michael Rose, as he was the blocker that time that opened that hole up, gave him the ability to run and get that first down. Speaking of Fisher.
5.5 now to go as the clock is moving. It will temporarily stop to reset the change, just like it does in the college game.
Remember,
it only does that for first downs.
Remember, Brody White left the ballgame with an injury, and so that made for some adjustments on the offensive line.
Stacked receivers left, man in motion. They come to the near side. Dines throwing on the run. Pass is caught. This is going to be a first down. A lot more racing down the near sideline. Luke Henry steps out of a tackle. Touchdown, Homedale.
And they're going to say he stepped out on the 21-yard line.
Many on
No,
the
they're not. They're not. The official went over and marked it. No, he is. They're going to say he stepped out on the 21.
Many on the Homedale side, I don't think realize it just yet. But either way, Luke Henry, a big catch and run there, and it's at the Sugar 21 now.
Well, and what you had is you had Doherty come in to stop the Dines from running to the outside. On it, Dines makes that move, and Doherty has to go in and guard him on that. So it left a little dump over pass over to the sideline. What a great offensive play.
Pistol set on 1st and 10. Fisher left side across the 20 and brought down just shy of the 15. Boy, how do you gather yourself from that? Everyone in red thought that they had just taken the lead.
Well, there was the attempt at the ankle tackle over there. When he had to misstep, that would have been when he stepped out. I wasn't sure if he did or not. It looked like he might have, but then when the official went down there and blew that's where it was, by that time, of course, he was already in the end zone.
Yeah. 2nd and 7 from the 18. Shotgun set, they go to the ground. Fisher breaks one tackle across the 15 down to the 14, and it's a 3rd down coming up. And boy, what a big morale boost this would be for Sugar and a momentum shift as we have a 3rd down here if they're able to make a stand.
Well, and you got to figure, too, that this is 2-down territory where they're at.
3rd down and 2. 4 minutes left to go now. Homedale looking to the far side. The ball on the near hash, just inside the 15. Under center, Fisher straight ahead. Not much, but is it enough? Tough to tell from our angle.
Looks like he's about a yard short.
So now with 3:37 to go, clock moving, the biggest play of the game to this point. It's a 4th and 2 is what they're calling it. It's a short 2 if it is 2. Clock now down to 3:20. As Homedale gets the play in from the side, the Digger faithful rise to their feet.
The first meeting between these two in the state championship game ended in a stop on the half-yard line by the Diggers on the final play of the ball game.
Shotgun set, timeout taken by Sugar. Now they don't have timeouts up on the scoreboard, but by my count, Sugar has 1 timeout left and Homedale has 2.
Well, and I think that's an odd time for the defense to take a timeout. I've always felt a timeout in this situation greatly benefits the offense.
Yeah, sure.
In that, because you get to go and call that play that maybe they haven't seen before, things like that. But Either way, you got to do what it takes for your team to feel like you can get out there and put them out there with an advantage.
Yeah, I think if you're Sugar, you're looking at this thing that if we make a stop right here, the win percentage, whatever you want to just swings way over to Sugar.
Yeah, when you watch a game on ESPN, our direct competitor, ESPN, you'll see that as that changes throughout the game. They have the round tracker on there of what percentage now you have a win a ball game on this scenario, and it jumps back and forth. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Percentages change.
Right now, it's got to be about 50-50. But again, a stop for Sugar, and that thing probably jumps up into the 70s or 80s.
Yeah. You got a fourth, and you'd call this a long 2 or a short 3.
Yeah.
It's on that kind of halfway there. It's a tweener.
Yeah.
It's a yard tweener.
Ball on the near hash. Everyone in blue is on their feet.
And now you look to the other side of the stadium, and Homedale's doing the same.
The biggest play of the game to this point. 3:04 to go in the game. A shotgun set. Binford and Fisher standing to dimes each side. They go to the ground. Fisher left side, right near the marker, and it will depend on the spot. Sugar thinks they have a stop. Let's see. We need a signal as we wait for it from the officials.
It's going to be awfully close.
No signal yet.
They're going to measure.
Yep, they're going to measure.
Now, this to me is one of the greatest rule changes they ever did in football, is making it so most of the times it's eyeballed by the officials, because it used to become kind of a stall tactic for coaches. I want it measured. And there was times when it was 1.5 yards short. Now you can't do that, and it was abused at every level, from grid kid all the way up to the NFL. That was one of the greatest changes that they've ever done.
Boy, you could cut the tension with a knife as they bring
the
chains out. This is close.
It's as quiet as Mass on Sunday.
They stretch the marker out, and the Digger defense holds. They were maybe 1/4 of a yard short on that one. Sugar-Salem takes over. Three minutes left to go. It comes down to inches almost every time they play.
These two teams, it's amazing. You could make a movie out of these two teams.
For real. 3 minutes left to go. Sugar taking over at their own 12.
And, even though Sugar has come out on top in their matchups, it's not because there was this major difference between these two teams.
Yeah.
They've been close.
Split back formation. They tried the near side, and this isn't going anywhere. Slung to the turf is Cutler.
He might have even lost some yardage on that.
Did not get out of bounds, though. It was on the near side, so 2:48 clock is moving. Homedale with 2 timeouts. And Sugar is in no hurry to get the next play off.
Yeah, there's no gain on the play, so it looks like about 1 yard. They just haven't changed it up on the board, so it's still 9 yards to go on this.
2.5 to go. Clock moving as Neal brings the play to the huddle. Single receiver left. Split back formation for Neal under center. Play action. Neal with time over the middle. Thorning one. It's caught by Hurlinger at the 40.
Hurlinger brought down by number 1, Sigmund Good, with an ankle tackle. Otherwise, because they're the only 2 out there. They're on an island out there. And if he doesn't get that ankle tackle, that's going to be another Digger touchdown. But I'll tell you what, Good grabbed on, and he was hanging on for dear life.
Hurlinger coming into today averaging 67 yards per game through the air. A timeout taken by Homedale. That leaves them with 1. And Sugar is starting to smell it a little bit.
Yeah.
2:11 to go. A first down probably does it.
So I show Sugar is out of timeouts. I show 1 left for Homedale. Is that what you have as well, Lucas?
I have 1 each.
1 each. Okay, so you have 1 each. The one that I was thinking for Sugar might have been a first half one that I attributed to half number 2. But, I mean, what do you expect from 2 teams like this? This has just been one of the greatest cross-conference rivalries, I guess you would call it, and yet have not played each other in the regular season. You know, oftentimes you'll see matchups of teams that have played each other in the regular season. 2A was a good example of that, you know, with Firth and Bear Lake. This is not one of those games. Each time they've met, it's been in the postseason.
2 minutes, 11 seconds left to go. 1st and 10 for Sugar at its own 40. Split back formation for Neal. They go straight ahead. Harris into the second level, has a first down to the 50, still on his feet to the 45. And I don't think Homedale has enough timeouts left to stop the clock to give themselves another chance. That may have done it.
Well, and to show you how stiff the Homedale defense has been today, that's only the second time that Harris has picked up a first down on that carry, on that initial first down carry, which means it's only twice he's had those 10-yard runs, 10-yard plus runs today. That defense has been so stout by Homedale.
Clock is moving under 2 minutes, down to 1:45. Not victory formation yet for Sugar. Neal taking his time as he walks up under center in a split back formation. They give to Harris again, right side, Harris to the 40, and that's another pickup of 9. Second down short coming up. Homedale needs a turnover.
And if you're Harris, you've got to make sure you keep both hands on that ball, because for Sugar City, the worst thing that can happen to you right now is a turnover.
Yep.
You know, and if that turnover happens, we've already seen on the pass, downfield to Lamelli that they can score from deep.
Yep. It's a 2nd down and 2. We are under a minute left to play. Sugar with the lead and the ball.
This is 5 years in a row now that Sugar has played in the state championship game, which means there's some players that played in the initial one that aren't in high school anymore, meaning there's no kids that were freshmen coming on up. I see some of those original guys in the stadium today. I've seen them for both teams.
Neal pushes forward. That's going to be a Digger first down. 44 seconds to go. And that is just about going to do it. The clock moving under 40 seconds now. Sugar-Salem on its way to their 4th state championship in the last 5 years. All 4 would have come to Homedale. Avenging that state title loss to Weiser last year, this team focused from day one of fall camp. Clock down to 15 seconds. Neal takes a knee, and that is going to do it. Sugar-Salem, how sweet it is. 4 state championships in the last 5 years. 11-0, unblemished record. The Diggers are your 3A champions.
Yeah, of all their state championship years, they've ended 10-1. But this is their first time going undefeated in a state championship year.
The Diggers celebrating at midfield. We'll step aside here on IdahoSports.com, bring you our post-game show and our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. The Diggers, your 3A champions, once again winning this one 20-15.
Yeah, I know a little something about myths. Like the myth that speeding isn't dangerous. Oh, and that myth you can tailgate at a safe distance. Or that you can safely weave in and out of traffic. Don't be fooled by myths. You'll get yourself into a hairy situation. Stay focused on the road. Be a legend like me. Have you heard the one about Charlie over at Pay Lake?
Look at that. The unmistakable swagger of someone fully covered with health insurance through Your Health Idaho.
Health yeah!
Enroll by December 15th and you could qualify for quality health insurance starting at $0 a month.
Dear gas prices, go take a hike. Toyota is the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years. Think you can stand in my way? We got this. Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Hello?
I was in an accident.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had my seatbelt on.
Welcome back to Middleton High School. The celebration is on here for Sugar-Salem. Your final score, once again, 20-15. It was another Sugar Homedale Classic. And just like the previous 5 meetings between these two schools, Sugar-Salem coming out on top once again. For Homedale, it's just got to feel like a sugar curse at this point.
Yeah, and again, I think more than anything, that's just a stat. Because I don't think there's a Homedale player who came in here thinking they weren't going to win this ball game. But it is one of those things that weighs on your mind. Yeah. I don't think it's going to affect how you play, but it does weigh on your mind at some point.
Yep. 5 years in a row, these Diggers have gone through Homedale on their way to either a state championship appearance or a state title. And they've won state in 4 of those runs, including this year.
And like I've said before, these two teams, these players and these coaches respect each other so much because of how they bring out the best in each other, And that's the thing is, you have rivalries when you grow up, and sometimes maybe there's animosity. I don't really think there is between these two teams, but oftentimes maybe with some of your conference opponents and stuff. But as you age in life and you get older, any of those negative feelings tend to subset behind there, because what comes out is that person made me better.
Yeah,
because of that rivalry, because what they brought to the table, I became a better player as well, and we became a better team as well. And I think both these teams view that in each other. I think of Hayden Kinchlow, up at University of Idaho now, what a great talent he was, what a great player. He didn't win in this rivalry, but he was there, and I think he was better for being a part of it. And he was just so tremendous.
Yeah, so
it's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's been one of the historic rivalries in Idaho high school football, especially in the 3A level. So Sugar-Salem now joining the likes of Snake River. I mean, that's what you could put this program now as one of the elite 3A programs. Snake River won 7 out of 8 in 5 years in a row in 3A state championships from 98 to 02. And now when you talk about some of the best 3A runs, I think you have to include this Sugar-Salem run, 4 titles in 5 years now.
Yeah, it's sustained. And again, we go back to what we talked about earlier, Lucas, with these two teams, that these schools don't just have a team. Like every school has a team, but not every school has a program. These two have programs, and I think, you start looking at the places around the state that have good programs. We've talked about these two, and you start looking at Rigby, what they've been able to do now for consistent years. You start looking at Westside. They didn't win it this year, but what they've done at the 2A division for year in, year out. You start looking at Skyline. Now they're 3rd in a row, and they're 5th since they moved down to the 4A division, winning the first 2 that they were there. So I think that's 5 and 8 years for them. And so you start looking at programs, and I think if you're a coach from a school that you might say, we've got a team but not necessarily a program, you got to start picking some brains and saying, well, what can we do at our school to create a program like what a Homedale and a Sugar-Salem have created?
Yeah, no, without a doubt. And you look at 5A, 4A, 3A, the teams that have won state in all 3 of those classifications, programs. Like you said.
Yeah, that's right. Not just a team, programs. Places that just have a team, I call them decades, which means once a decade, if they happen to have a whole lot of talent coming through, they'll do really well that year. But then the rest of the decade, they tend to be down. But when a school has a program, that allows that talent level to fluctuate a bit, and you still keep that consistency.
Yeah, Sugar-Salem now singing the fight song. You would know this. Or Alma Mater.
It is. It's the same theme as Notre Dame. But I think you look at this. You look at the 3A, 4A, 5A state champions. They all reside within 30 miles of each other. Between the three. That's from the far end where Sugar is to where, and Rigby's right in the middle, and then you got Skyline. They're all within 30 miles of each other, and so you got to look and kind of say, is there kind of an area atmosphere going on in the upper Snake River Valley, to where, and there are, those players play against each other in 7-on-7s. They're all part of that kind of similar environment. Just something maybe to think about and to look at.
Yeah, and like you said, Rigby a 5A title, Skyline 4A, Sugar-Salem 3A. One thing left to do here today. It's awarded IdahoSports.com Player of the Game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Tough to pick one player in this one, Lance. Is Sugar. I mean, you don't win 4 titles in 5 years without doing it as a team.
That's right.
When we settled on one, we went with Cash Harris because of his consistent play on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he's so consistent on both sides of the ball. He caught every pass that he was targeted with today, at least that we could tell statistically. He had the touchdown catch. He had that crucial 4th down catch that ended up leading to their only touchdown in the second half. And he was just consistent. I think you say it, consistency, and you look at the last 3